Okay. Where did I put it? There it is. There it is. And hold on. Okay, we're good. And fantastic. Fantastic. Hello, Devilish. All right, we're good. Same as always. We're always good, generally speaking. Okay, I think we have everything we need. How you doing, Straw? All right. Oh, did my treadmill turn off again? Hang on. Okay, there. It's good. It's good. And how you doing? How you doing, Meruem or Manu? How you doing, man? Long time no see. We've been good. Good to know. Yeah, we're good, guys. Let's get the show started. Morning. How is everybody doing? You finally got my keyboard. Yeah, it finally came in. Finally came in. It's excellent. It's the best keyboard I've ever used. So I'm happy with it. Morning chat, morning samurai. So we were just watching some Monster. We're getting pretty close to finishing. Actually, what episode are we on now? Let me double check. I think we were episode 49, 50? We're almost done. Let's see. Nice keyboard, thank you. Been watching To Your Eternity since episode 1. Nice. Same here. I'm a little bit behind though. I am a tad bit behind. So wait, what episode am I on? I'm on 53. I'm on 53. Oh, what about the keys? Oh, it is the best sounding keyboard I've ever had. By far. But by far the best keyboard I've ever had. How's the cut going? We had a pizza party on Saturday, so I'm holding on to a bit of water, but we're 4 pounds down, so we're doing pretty good, Shen. Do I like Black Clover? Indeed. And also, guys, we boosted the Discord server this morning, and we're bringing back the watch party stuff. So we can officially stream in high quality now. So whenever I'm watching anime, you guys can join me. You won't be able to talk in the voice chat, because then it'd be annoying, but you can join me now. Did I throw away the other one? Nope, it's in the closet. What is my deficit? Probably in the probably in the 600, 700 range right now. Thank you for the follow, Joe. Hello, sir. How you doing, Tasley? It might actually be more like, here's the thing. The first few, based off of my estimated maintenance, I think it's around a 700 deficit. Do I know clavicle? Do I know what the clavicle is? Yes, I'm Canadian. How's the pizza party? It was good. It was nice. Pizza was pretty decent. It's as good as, it's regular pizza. It wasn't like anything fancy or anything. How you doing, LG? And any other new episodes coming out today? I don't think so. I don't think there's a lot of releases on a Monday, is there? Anyone see the new Gachakuda episode? There's only one episode left. There's only one episode left of Gachakuda. You look like you almost have Down syndrome. You're kind of a dick, aren't you? It means it wasn't good. No, the pizza was good. It's just average good. My day, it's 9 in the morning. What am I walking on? Yes. How you doing, Armin? Thank you for the follow. Serial Experiment Lane or Neon Genesis. Haven't seen Serial Experiment. Wasn't into Neon Genesis. Where's all the viewers? Well, we just hopped on 4 minutes ago. Give people time to get here. Mondays are sometimes busy, sometimes they're not, and there's also YouTube as well. How's your day? Yeah, it's going. It's 7 at night. Well, here it's still early. Average. What are you even saying? I don't even know what you're saying. I'm waiting for all the episodes to come out that I'm a watch. Nice. If you prefer to binge watch, that's okay. Well, sub or dub, I watch both. Whoever's voices I like more. We just started and it's already on 34. Is it? Yeah. It's pretty good. It's fine. I think that's about average. You got Ippo? Yeah, indeed, I got Ippo. Do I do a backflip? Nah. No. I have no, bro, it's 3 a.m. in New Zealand. Nice, I guess. What are you doing awake? What do I think about the latest One Piece episode? All of the recent episodes have been really good. Why you keep moving? Because I'm walking. I'm walking. You must be new here. We walk every street. You know every Canadian province, such as Nunavut. I mean, I know all the provinces. I haven't been to most of them though. Can I do a backflip? No. I'll learn eventually. Can you give me a romance where the guy struggles to get the girl? So most of them? Where he struggles. You could go with. What do I want to go with? You could go with Fruits Basket. Have I visited a country? Yes. Should I watch Bleach or Full Metal? Full Metal is really good and it's shorter. So it depends if you want something longer and ongoing than Bleach. Because Bleach, we are getting a new part next season. Fruits Basket slaps, there you go. Do I like Bangladesh? I've never been to Bangladesh. Should I watch, do a backflip? What do I think about the latest One Piece? Okay, I already answered all those. Do I read manga? Very rarely. I mostly just watch. So Goku final, yeah, unemployment final boss. Unlike you, I get paid to be here. Do I play video games? Yep. Over on Twitch, we're going to be continuing Expedition 33 today. What anime would I recommend for someone who likes Dragon Ball and One Punch Man? Mashal, I guess. The thing is, saying what you like does not tell me why you like it. So just think on that. Which anime power would absolutely ruin your life? Would ruin my life? Food Wars, because every time I make tasty food, my clothes would explode. That seems really inconvenient. I like JJK and MHA. I like them both. Just watched Chainsaw Man movie. Yeah, Reese was very good. Do I watch Seven Deadly Sins? Well, my profile picture would suggest so. So it said ruin real life. Yeah, imagine every time you ate good tasting food, your clothes exploded. That'd be extremely expensive and inconvenient. Do I have any magical anime I can recommend? Maji, very good. You can also watch Adventures of Sinbad after that. Can you do Luffy? What do you mean by that? Did I see the? No, I dropped Records of Ragnarok. Am I in Ontario? Not at this moment. No. Should I watch My Dress Up Darling? I enjoyed it, and More Than a Married Couple I also enjoyed. I would say More Than a Married Couple is a little bit more dramatic. There's more going on. Dress Up Darling is just more cutesy. It's like there's less stuff. It's just cute. Bro, why 29 and just 5 likes? I don't worry about the likes. Let people do what they want. Uh, Skibbity Sigma. I have no idea what you're saying. You gotta speak in normal English around here. How long am I live for? About 2 hours. What's my opinion on the new JJK? I haven't seen the new JJK. So you're getting a timeout because this isn't the chat to talk about that kind of stuff. Come back in a few minutes when you've cooled off. Uh, the baddest fine stuff of all anime. If you're talking about who's attractive, I can't help you. You're not all about to. You're not ill about to crash out. What are you even saying? Did I watch My Life as a Slime? I've seen Reincarnated as a Slime, which was very good. You've been live for 2 hours already? No, 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 no. I'm going to be live for 2 hours. I've been live for 10 minutes. Which villain was right? Meruem. At the end of series, Meruem. You don't get my slang? No, I only speak English. I don't speak modern slang. Have I seen SAO? I've seen part of it. I dropped it a long time ago. Please watch it and give your thoughts on it. Watch what? Escanor physique or Baki? The thing is, Escanor's physique in real life, you die. Like your heart will instantly. Also, Alex, thank you for the 13 roses. I didn't see that. Thank you very much. You have Escanor's physique, you will just straight up die. The amount of muscle that man has, your heart would not be able to sustain pumping all that blood to all of that tissue. You would just die. Nami or Robin? I don't really find fictional characters attractive in that sense, but I'd say Robin probably. I suggest you read the manga. I'm not going to. I rarely ever read manga. Is Blue Lock realistic? Not really. I mean, it's more realistic than most anime. Uh, Oh yeah, just get a stronger heart. No, you would need multiple hearts to be able to sustain that kind of demand. Favorite anime? I do not have a favorite. You watched One Punch Man new episode. I am up to date on One Punch Man. Why is first generation underrated? I don't know what generation you're referring to. What do I think about Black Clover? It's pretty good. Are you still watching Welcome to NHK? I haven't looked at it since. I still need to finish Monster right now. Can I ask why you dropped SAO? I don't like it. Anything about it, it's pretty and it has a nice soundtrack and the fight scenes look cool, but that's about it. They ruin the best character. The relationship dynamics are a total disaster. Kirito is annoying as hell. I don't enjoy the rest of the series when it's not a fight scene. I can work because of anime. I can't work because of anime and gaming addiction. Then you need to stop. You need to get your life in check, man. Did I ever read Lookism? I have not. Hey June from Dies is Irai. I don't know that at all. What anime has the most consistent quality start to finish? Windbreaker is pretty. Yeah, I'd say Windbreaker fits that description. I would say Violet Evergarden fits that description. I would say Fate, the Fate series that I have seen, fits that description. Answer my question. I don't know what question you're referring to. Luffy. Oh, I don't do power scaling. Why is Gachakuta so short? It's not. It's 24. It's 24 episodes for the first season, which is pretty normal. You've seen Call of the Night? I have not. Do I have a favorite anime intro? I don't, but I usually say like Period of Chemistry, the Masterful Cat intro. I don't do power scaling. Do I like JoJo's? And what's my favorite JoJo? Josuke or Jotaro, both would be up there. What do I think about Studio Gainax shutting down? That's a very unfortunate, but I also am not overly familiar with which studios produce what work, so I don't actually know what that entails. It's me again. Welcome back, Michael. I don't do power scaling, Rabin. Fruits. What is Fruits Basket about? So it's been a while. Fruits Basket is a love story involving I forgot her name. I even forgot her name. Uh, oh yeah, I have to look up the synopsis because it's been so long. I have to look up the synopsis. It's been too long because I remember all the things that happen, but there's like some underlying important lore that I don't want to mess up. Okay, so there's these certain there. I just can't explain it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to read the synopsis to you. It'd be easier for you to just Google the synopsis. Do I like JJK? I do. Sasuke might be the best fictional character. I completely disagree, but you can like whoever you want. Does that answer your question, Fruits? Does that answer your question, Fruit Basket? It's about basket with fruits. No. Did I watch Daily Life of Immortal King? I dropped it a while ago. Thank you, Johan, for the heart. Welcome back. Do you think streamers are talentless? No. No. Because you're here right now, aren't you? You're here in my stream right now, aren't you? People are here because they want to be here. What's going on? We're just talking about anime. Are you talking about cartoons? Sometimes, if you want to talk like Avatar, Justice League, Teen Titans, Courage the Cowardly Dog, I'm down to talk about that too. Favorite JJK season? Season 2. Have I watched Records of Ragnarok? I dropped it in season 2. I think only women watch JJK more than males. That's really not the case. If a content creator really makes it, what would you say if they never said thank you to the audience? Are you talking about what we were just talking about in the Discord chat the other day? If a content creator never says thank you to the audience who is the reason they made it, then they're kind of arrogant. Epo revamp would be dope. Absolutely, it would be. But I don't know if we're ever going to get it. Thank you for the follow, Liam Price. Have you hear that Messi came to? Oh, did I hear that Messi came to India? I don't follow Messi. I don't care what he does. Better manipulator, Johan or Eisen? I haven't finished Monster, but Johan seems to be pretty damn good at what he does. Have I watched Burn the Witch? I have not. Would I work for Mappa? No, I would not. Promised Neverland? Haven't seen it. Did I watch Naruto the most? Probably. The greatest manga of all time. I barely read any manga. I do not play Clash Royale. What attack and bond? I don't even know what you guys are saying half the time. Are you guys okay? Um, it's okay that if they aren't a douchebag. So no, if you're saying it's okay that they never say thank you, then no. If a content creator becomes successful, it's because their audience supports them. That is the only reason they made it, because they have an audience that supports them. If they don't show any appreciation for that support, they're a terrible person. Have I seen Kengan Ashura? I have not. I don't do power scaling. Have I watched JoJo's? I finished part 4. It was quite good. Shangri-La is also pretty good. Aizen, Sosuke, or Madara Uchiha, who do I choose? I like Madara more than Aizen. Fruits Basket is a romance series about a girl involved with 2 cursed boys named Yuki. Yeah, so like it's a curse based around the Zodiacs, the Chinese Zodiacs. Have I seen One Piece? I am up to date on One Piece. You've seen everything? Well, tell me what you like to watch and I'll find you something. You haven't. I guarantee you haven't seen everything. JJK or AOT? I prefer JJK. Have I watched Monster? I am watching it now. We're on episode, I think we were on episode 52, 53. Is Bleach better than Naruto? I prefer Naruto. How many miles? I'm not tracking my steps. I'm just moving. Like, I don't worry about it. I just don't want to sit down for the entire live stream. Has anyone seen the latest episode of One Piece? Yes. When it comes to One Piece, just assume I've always seen the newest episode because I watch it before my stream. What about Peak Dororo? I still need to catch up on that. There's a new season coming. I prefer Sukuna. What do I think about Code Geass? I tried it, wasn't really my thing. How do I like my steak? Medium rare. Medium rare. Have I seen Gachakuda? I'm up to date on it. What do I think about Rising of Shield Hero? Season 1 was really good, but the rest of the seasons were really a fall off. Have I seen Grimmer Scene? Nope. More Psycho, Johan, or Light? Well, the thing is, Light's a lot more unstable. So, like, if you mean Psycho as in, like, psychopathic, then, like, I think Johan would be a closer definition, but Light's unstable. Blue Lock or One Piece? One Piece. Every Naruto character have goated story? I disagree. There's tons of Naruto characters who are just like left on the side, who don't get much development or time at all. Will there be a second season of Sakamoto Days? Probably. I'd imagine. Why do I feel about that way? Rising Shield of Hero. Why do I feel that way? Did you actually like seasons 2, 3, and 4? I thought it was abysmal. Like, I thought they were terrible. I enjoyed season 1 so much, I was really hoping it'd pick back up. Like, I really didn't enjoy any of the later seasons. I can't watch any of that stuff now. Any what stuff? How you doing, Mask? Do I think Toei will ever stop their agenda against Sanji? Well, I guess we're going to see, right? They're going on hiatus and then restarting later on, and we'll see if it changes. Rise of Shield Hero became hella weird. I really don't like the direction it went in after season 1. Why is Johan so evil? Is it because he had trauma? I haven't seen that. You haven't seen the anime yet. So the thing is, there's actually a lot behind Johan's backstory, and I don't want to spoil it for you. That actually would be a spoiler, a big one. So I highly recommend checking out Monster and seeing for yourself why he is the way he is. Thoughts on Geto Fallout with Gojo? Oh, I enjoyed that little arc. That was good. That was a great arc. What is my 3 favorites? I don't have any favorites. At least when you're looking at a overall. If you go genre by genre, I might have some preferences. ReZero, I think it's pretty good. Roger should have stayed with Emu. What are you even talking about? I like Dragon Ball Z. Ever watched Noblesse? I don't think I have. I don't think I have. The most hated series? I don't have a most hated series because if I don't like a series, I just move on. I don't worry about it. It's just like, this isn't for me, and I drop it. Most hated character? Kind of depends on the series. Like, I could probably pick characters from each series. Thank you, ... The most useless waste of time besides Power Scale? What is the most useless waste of time? The thing is, it's only a waste of time if it's, like, bringing you no kind of value. Like, for me, that kind of stuff is a waste of time. But if someone wants to spend their time doing it, some people might say Magic the Gathering is a waste of time. I love Magic the Gathering. Did Mihawk paint his sword? He did not. We're doing pretty good, Shadow. What's a good anime to watch after watching Black Clover? So you're asking the wrong question. Instead of asking what do I watch after this series, what kind of series are you in the mood for? What do I think about MHA? It's very good. A lot of people don't watch Monster because it's old and the visuals aren't consistent. You know what? Who can like I get it. I get it. I think that's a waste. I think that's silly. So what if the art style is old? Monster's a masterpiece. It's fantastic. Have I seen Dance and Vampire? I have not. I can't find any good anime recently. Tell me what you like to watch. Instead of telling me no information, just tell me what you like. Have I watched Berserk? I have watched every release of Berserk. Why do people hate Sakura and Naruto? Because they're usually just sheep who can't think for themselves. Old visuals make it more intense. You know, sometimes yes. Sometimes yes. Monster is the first series where I'm actually on the edge of my seat, where I'm actually like being surprised. It is the first time. Who do I prefer as a villain, Blackbeard or Emu? Emu, I haven't seen enough of yet. Like Emu, uh, there's a lot of lore around Emu, but we haven't really seen a lot from them directly yet. I'm not angry. You have a six pack? Not yet. You have a few more weeks. Where it's starting to come in. What's a good realistic anime for in what sense? Like a love story, a mystery. Like what kind of series are you looking for? Best comedy? I think I'd go with Aggressive Retsuko or Sakamoto Desuka. I'm not really a Konosuba guy. Homunculus, I have not seen. You mean you got Goosebumps watching Monster? Not Goosebumps, but like it's catching me off guard. It's surprising me. I'm like locked in. Our recent chapter is good. I'm not reading it. Sorry. GTO had good comedy. It's not my style of comedy. What's the best fantasy romance that I know of? Depending on the kind of fantasy that you like, Snow White with Red Hair is my go-to. I'm watching Death Note right now. I enjoyed it. Opinion on Full Metal, it's a 10 on 10. A good war series depends on the kind of war you want. Because like Reincarnated as a Slime has a war arc, Vinland Saga has a war arc, has plenty of war. Attack on Titan has a war arc. Uh, Actually, well, you could say the whole thing is a war. You could say uh, Full Metal Alchemist has a fantastic war arc. Thank you, Bukul. I watched and enjoyed Dragon Ball Z, Attack on Titan. I was watching MHA, and I just don't know what to watch next. So I assume you want more battle shonens. Again, you're not giving me a lot of context, just stuff you've already liked. So you could try Zatch Bell, you could try Bleach, you could try Soul Eater. You are different. Who doesn't believe in power scaling and why? Who doesn't believe in power scaling? People who don't care. People who don't care and are capable of some degree of critical thinking. Twitch stream today, absolutely. Fairy Tail is great. I like action adventure stories with deep lore. Action adventure deep lore. Full Metal Alchemist. What is Istanbul? Have you never looked at a map? You can just look up Istanbul on a map. Jinwoo is a Korean makeup product. I think he's a good character. I like him. Can we agree that Itachi is the GOAT? No. I think he's a good character. I like him, but GOAT, no. Do I drink energy drinks? Not proactively. Like, I wouldn't say no. Like, if someone offered me, like, a Gatorade or something, or a Monster, I wouldn't say no. Full Metal Alchemist is goated. I feel the same. Which series do I regret watching? Detective Conan, I guess. JoJo's had a good war arc there. Yeah, lots of series have very good war arcs. Do I power scale? Never. Have I watched Zom 100? Yes. It has a good start, kind of falls off, though. If I got offered voice acting, I wouldn't do it. I would not be a voice actor. Can't do it. JoJo's Part 2 is very good. I enjoyed it very much. How you doing, Ian? My name is Arnold. Search in Google. Nah. Steel Brain Rot literally sucks. I haven't seen. If you're talking about Steel Ball Run, I have not seen it. When did JoJo's have a war arc? I think they mean with the. I don't think it's a war on the scale you're thinking of. I think they're talking about the Pillar Men. Which anime is genuinely peak? Full Metal, Flower That Blooms with Dignity, Fate, Unlimited Blade Works, Snow White with Red Hair, not the Pillar Men. Who has the coldest one-liners in anime? I actually don't know because I don't remember lyrics. Lyrics. I don't remember lines. I'd say I have no enemies is pretty cold. I'd say how could I hate someone who is so much weaker than me is pretty cold. Zom 100 manga is super good. It's the anime that falls off. That's unfortunate. You mean Constantinople? I don't know what we're talking about now. What anime is similar to JJK? Parasite, I would think. What do I say is the best anime drip? I'd say JoJo's is up there. I'd say Bleach is up there. I'd say. I think if we're talking about the cast as a whole, then it's probably one of those. I'm thinking of watching Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man is worth the watch. It is worth the watch. Gilgamesh has pretty sick one-liners. I have not. You mean the character Gilgamesh? Escanor and Madara up there with quotes. Yeah, absolutely. Madara has whole speeches. Do I watch Blue Lock Rivals? I have not. Which anime arc felt like a movie? Honestly, I'd say the Violet Evergarden. The entire series felt like a movie. Why do people believe Toronto is the capital of Canada? I don't know. People who failed geography? It's Ottawa. What do I think of To Your Eternity? Season 1 and 2 are fantastic. Season 3 is okay. It's not my favorite. Do I like Eminence in Shadow? Not at all. Who decided that? Me. What is Bleach about? Bleach is about. How do I explain this without too many spoilers? It's about Soul Reapers and hunting hollows. Bleach is very cool. Who has the best domain expansion, Mahito or Gojo? I prefer Gojo. Do I like Hunter x Hunter? I do very much. I think it's great. I actually have 2 Hunter licenses in the other room. How do I feel about BNHA? I don't know. What do I think about Dragon Ball? I love Dragon Ball. Well, depending which part of Dragon Ball we're talking about. FMA is, Full Metal Alchemist is about 2 brothers who try to resurrect their dead mother using alchemy, then lose their body or parts of their body and go on a journey to get their bodies back. Is it the best anime or could I try Blue Box? I have not seen Blue Box. I believe One Punch Man animators will make good animation. Those previous episodes were trash in the context of the animation, like they from good manga, but animation is going trash in every episode. The recent episodes are pretty bad, yeah. Have I watched Yu-Gi-Oh? Yes, I have. I really enjoy it. The earlier parts of Yu-Gi-Oh, I would say. Have I seen Tomorrow's Joe? Not yet. Kagura, what's Kakegurui about? Gambling. Do I agree that Dragon Ball has surface writing? No. No. Depending on which parts you're talking about, it has very, very good writing. I don't know what Top Foos is. Do I agree that Netflix killed the hype on Stone Ocean? I have not seen Stone Ocean and I don't have Netflix. Haikyuu is a good anime. It is. I've seen it 3 times. Cart Titan. I'm not a huge fan of the Cart Titan. How would I spend $1 million to help 1,000 people without them getting money or gift cards? So I would look at the population I'm trying to help. I would say, what do people need most, especially at this time of year? It is freezing cold. People need shelter and food. So I would probably go to an organization who specializes in providing shelter and food to those who need it, and I would just donate it that way. Because I'm not an expert on on running these kinds of projects. There are many charity organizations that know what they're doing, so I would just help fund those existing projects. You can get excited for Fire Force Season 3 Part 2. It has to be better than the last part, though, because I was not satisfied with the last few seasons. Why is every anime character faced like a Sasuke? They don't. They're not. I don't know where you're looking. What's my top 5? I don't have any top 5. What anime is worth watching? What kind of anime do you like to watch? What's any preferences? Or what any genre preferences? Griffith did a lot wrong. I don't know why people keep saying that stupid meme. Romance with greatest animation, Violet Evergarden. If it's just prettiest animation, then Violet Evergarden. Do I find Sonda? I have not seen Sonda. Favorite design out of the big 3? Designs, I think Bleach for me. Opinions on One Piece? I really enjoyed the series. Do I read web novels? Unfortunately, I don't. I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking, Zane. Is Berserk 2016 that bad? Yeah, it's pretty awful. Do I like Kaiju number 8? I do. It's fun. Vinland Saga is closer to AOT than Full Metal. I would say so, yes. If we're looking at the story, yeah. Can I say the 4 gods of Earth, Ground, Sea, and God planet? I don't even know what you're saying. Do I have any action anime that is not too inappropriate? Any action anime that's not too inappropriate. So if it depends on where you draw the line. I think World Trigger would be a good one. It's definitely not graphic. Have I watched Hero X? I have not. Windbreaker's a good one. Not much blood, no like revealing content. I'd say that's a good one. AOT, come on. I'm not 14, but I'm the one. Okay, you're funny. Do I have any favorite anime theme songs? When it comes to theme songs, I think Fairy Tail's got it. Fire Force season 1 was good. Favorite One Piece saga, Wano so far. Obito got nerfed by Kishimoto. You guys are too busy power scaling. I don't get into that nonsense. Are you salt because you're sodium fine? God, the science pickup lines are the best. Thoughts on Link Click? I haven't seen it. Clanad and After Story are both really good. I don't have a favorite. Fairy Tail is super valid on the uncommon answer. I mean, they have great music. Fairy Tail has fantastic music. Do you know when Avengers Doomsday releases? I don't, actually. I still need to catch up on all the MCU stuff after Endgame. Naruto and Fairy Tail have the best openings. They're not my favorite openings. They have a couple of bangers, though. When it comes to openings, I think Period of Chemistry has it for me. My friends think I'm weird because I watch anime, then get new friends. Are you support vegetable agriculture agendas? You mean like farming? Yes, I support farming. What do I think about Jin Mori? I think the anime is a bit rushed. I like Jin Mori as a character. It's just the anime itself is a bit rushed. Fairy Tail is horrible. I disagree. I enjoyed the series. Thoughts on I Want to Eat Your Pancreas? Brilliant movie. I absolutely love it. I don't have any pickup lines because I don't date. Pain War arc, one of the best arcs. I could give you that. For talking in the context of Naruto, I could give you that. Is JoJo's in my top 5? I don't have a top 5, and it wouldn't be there, but it's a good series. Do I think there is no strongest anime character? Have I never watched Fairy Tail? I have seen all of it. I've seen every single episode and movie. Have I watched ReZero? Yep, seen all of that too. You think Shibuya's incident is the best JJK arc? I think for me, yeah. Which anime? Actually, well, there's Shibuya or Culling Games. I think it might be Shibuya. Which anime character has the most aura without trying? Escanor, probably. Actually, Aizen has a lot of aura and he doesn't even try, so he's in there too. But I think I'm more of an Escanor guy. Do fillers actually make an impact on the main story? Depends how they approach filler, because a lot of filler is just like, here's a filler episode, you can skip it if you don't want to watch it. But sometimes when a series does things badly, they will just take canon content and stretch it out, where they have a lot of repeat scenes just to kind of fill airtime, and that's technically filler, but it's in the worst way possible. You should watch Model. I have no idea what that is. Thoughts on Seven Deadly Sins? I enjoy it. It has problems though. Favorite Hunter x Hunter arc? I just go back and forth between Chimera and York New City. It could go either way. Name all the YouTubers I know. I don't watch that many YouTubers, to be honest. What happens if Gojo loses his upper body instead of his lower body? He'd still be, still dead. Anime with the best world building? I'm giving that to One Piece. When it comes to world building, I'm giving it to One Piece. Is Kashimo top 3? There is no strong. No. Oh, I don't do power scaling. Sorry, man. I can't help you. Have I watched Hunter x Hunter? Is it really that good? I think it's really good. I watched it 3 times. Lord of Mysteries, haven't seen it. I gotta go for dinner, so just eat dinner here. Do I cosplay? I have been cosplaying since 2012. Have I watched Gurren Lagann? Tried to, wasn't my thing. Anime with the best rivalries? I kind of have different choices based on the kind of rivalry I want to go for. Like, I think Gon and Killua are good rivals. I think Goku and Vegeta are good rivals. I think Sawamura and his name starts with an F. I forgot the other guy's name. They're good rivals. Hinata and Kageyama are good rivals. What is the main protagonist of Seven Deadly Sins? It's Meliodas. Lord of Mysteries is peak. I haven't seen it. Gon and Killua aren't rivals. They kind of are. they're constantly competing against each other. So they are not rivals in the same way that Goku and Vegeta are rivals, but they definitely have they are definitely competing with one another a lot of the series. Favorite deuteragonist? Probably Vegeta. Probably. I'm a new anime fan. Well, welcome, welcome. What if the main protagonist of Seven Deadly Sins was Johnny Sins? I don't know. Aaron. Okay, I don't know why. Okay, you hold on. Need to time this person out. You're just actually no. You're blocked. You're blocked because you're actually just posting spoilers constantly. Which character would forget why they walked into a room? Aho Girl. How you doing, Junior Rider? Better MC, Tanjiro or Yuji? I prefer Yuji. If you haven't already, could I recommend any good revenge anime? Vinland Saga. Not gonna lie, Fire Force disappointed me after I finished Bleach and Black Clover. I enjoyed Fire Force Season 1. I thought Season 1 was good. Thoughts on Future Trunks? Future Trunks is the best version of Trunks we've got. Is Tanjiro bland? No. Tanjiro's not bland. He's simple and he's consistent, but he's not bland. What's your anime of the year? Probably Hero Academia Season 8. Have I watched Soul Eater? Yep, it's a great series. Cyberpunk I haven't seen yet. When was the last time I have been rage baited? I usually just act out. I pretend I'm getting rage baited for the chat, but I don't care. You'll get a permanent ban if I don't soon. I saw it scroll up and you see. I don't know what you're talking about. Who's better, villain, Naruto or One Piece? The thing is, Naruto has Obito and Madara and technically Tachi and Otsutsuki and a lot of good villains. The thing is, One Piece is better. Okay, One Piece has Doflamingo and Crocodile. Blackbeard is still coming up. Emu still has a lot of development to go. I think as it stands for me right now, I'd say Naruto. As it stands, is Tokyo Revengers good? I wasn't a huge fan. Yeah, but Kaido's not even my favorite villain from One Piece so far is Doflamingo. I enjoy Doflamingo's character way more than Kaido's. How to escape the Infinity Castle in Demon Slayer without weapons? I haven't seen Infinity Castle. Baki versus Akaza? I don't do power scaling. Best curse technique? Boogie Woogie. What anime would moment redefine a character forever? What anime moment? Thorfinn choosing I have no enemies. Is One Piece good for new anime fans? It could be. The thing is, you got to be careful not to force yourself to catch up because when you're a new anime fan, one thing you want to avoid is spoilers. And how do I avoid spoilers? By catching up. And by forcing yourself to catch up to a large series with a lot of content, you might burn yourself out. So just don't binge watch it. How is Boogie Woogie the best? Because it's my favorite. It's my favorite. If you're asking me to do power scaling, I don't do that. If you ask me a question, I'm always going to go off of what's my favorite. I don't care about strength. It's irrelevant. What do I think about Hajime no Ippo? It's my favorite sports anime. What anime universe would mentally break you the fastest? One where there's no food. What is your favorite JoJo's part? So far, 4. Character with the worst sense of direction, not Zoro. Who gets lost easily? Who gets lost easily? Trying to think. I don't know that anime where characters get lost. I don't know. They said not Zoro. Do I like Black Butler? No. So you know what, I could no, you're right. Saitama's a good pick. You know what, valid pick. Valid pick. Do I reckon a Yuji can beat someone 1v1? Yes. Better character, Asta or Deku. I prefer Asta. He's just less annoying for me. Bro, Luffy will find the One Piece if he lets Zoro navigate, or they'll just end up in an entirely different series. Who would read the instructions last? Zoro. What are your thoughts on me? I'm okay. Who would win all boxers? I don't do power scaling. Characters have the worst. Characters with the worst sense of direction. Sakura. If you're talking about Sakura Haruno, I don't know where you're getting that. Guns versus Meruem. Do you think a regular gun is stopping Meruem? Favorite JJK character? Away. By far and away, away. Mahito got off easy. Mahito got off way too easy. Favorite sports anime is Ippo. How do I feel about the Reese movie? I assume you meant. Reese was very good. Happy Christmas in advance. Well, thank you. Merry Christmas to you too. You look like Felix from Stray Kids. I get the Stray Kids comment every single day, never fails. What's an anime I recommend for me to watch? Tell me what you like to watch. Give me information. What about Vinland Saga? It's 10 on 10. Bro had one good arc. Rest is Boruto had one good arc. If you're talking about the manga, I can't say because the manga is different from the anime. The anime was pretty bad. Two Blue Vortex will crash anime society. I'm looking forward to it. Like I will watch Two Blue Vortex. Most annoying character. Can I pick multiple? Cause like Orochi and Spondum were annoying. I'm not even gonna pick Excalibur. I'm not even gonna pick Excalibur. Who really irks me? Who Mineta at a time was annoying, but he has moments where he kind of picks up. He's not the most annoying. A Clayman from Reincarnated as a Slime was pretty annoying. Is Naruto worth the watch? I would say so. Most annoying anime trope, putting this isn't the most annoying, but the most off-putting. It's when you have like little girls who are like adult age. Mahito's technique is goated. Do I agree? In general, it's a good technique. It's not my favorite technique. Everyone was criticizing Boruto on his early days, but now he is thrashing all villains at once when he grew up nicely. Again, I'm not critiquing the manga. I'm not critiquing the Boruto manga. I haven't read it. I will watch it when it's animated. Thoughts on Arthur from Fire Force? I'm not really a fan of Arthur. Like, yes, he's cool when he does his thing, but I still find him annoying. What do I think about Gachakuda? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Looking forward to the last episode. Favorite Beyblade? I've only seen season 1, so Dragoon by default. Annoying arc I pushed through. I've seen all of Fairy Tail, and some of the arcs were not that great. There's this filler arc in Fairy Tail. Actually, wait, the Fullbringer arc. The Fullbringer arc in Bleach. I did not push through that. What do I think about Shinra? I like Shinra. What do I think about Yosuga no Sora? I liked it. Is AOT good? I think it's good, yeah. Beyblade, Metal Series. Again, I haven't seen most of the Beyblade stuff. Tokyo Ghoul also has a good theme. You mean the theme song for Tokyo Ghoul? Yeah, it's good. I know what kind of man I am. Okay. What do I watch first? OG Naruto or Shippuden? OG. Obviously, it starts with OG. Which anime character would bring a sword to a fistfight and still lose? So someone who sucks at fighting and would bring us. Spondum. Spondum. He has Funk Freed. Spondum has Funk Freed and he still loses every time. 2 weeks off from work. Woohoo, nice job. Awesome. Enjoy your vacation. Bleach is top 1 and Violet Evergarden is best romance. I can't give Violet Evergarden best romance because the age gap is creepy. Bro said he liked Yosuga no Sora. Did I mix it with something else? Yosuga no. Oh, I mixed it up. Sorry. I have not seen that one. I mixed it up. I thought it was something else. My bad. I have never seen this series. Due to a sudden incident, I have no idea what this is. My bad. Mixed it up with something else. Did I watch ReZero? Yeah, ReZero's really good. JoJo's is pretty good, I agree. Reese truly loved Denji. Reese truly loved Denji. I'm not sure love is the right word. Have I read any light novels? Sadly, no. Got a question, sir. Ronaldo or Messi? I don't care about either because I don't follow soccer. Favorite and least favorite arc in One Piece? Wano's my favorite. Favorite canon arc in One Piece? Actually, wait, it's not a favorite canon. Long Ring, Long Land. Can I mention me in your next vid? No, because I have no reason to. What do I miss from a version of life that no longer exists? I don't know what you mean. There's nothing from life that I can't do now that I used to. What do I think of Yuji's true technique? If it's in the manga, I don't know what it is. Best female character? I think Shirayuki has my vote. Or Morgiana. Spamming. Yeah, can you guys not spam, please? Thoughts on isekai? Depends on the isekai. Like, guys, that question doesn't make any sense. What's your thoughts on an entire genre? There's good and bad in every genre. Blink twice if I'm in danger. Okay, I'm not in danger. How to win a street fight, no running allowed? Win. Has anyone in chat seen the D&D Warlock trailer? I have not. What's my favorite one? I don't have a favorite isekai. Digimon. Will the Gamble anime help me stop or continue? Probably not help. Should I rewatch Honda before watching Barakamon? I don't think you need to. Do you know Sorry Man? I do not. Which anime character deserved happiness but never got it? But never got it. Who deserved happiness but never got it? Damn. I don't. The thing is, a lot of the. Lelouch. Didn't Lelouch die smiling, though? Like, didn't Lelouch die smiling? Can you pick between Alabasta or Dressrosa? Yeah, I can. Dressrosa. Doflamingo did not deserve happiness. Obito. Oh, yeah. Obito. Because he also died happy. He had to suffer a lot, and even in the afterlife, he was reunited with Rin, but he never actually gets the girl. So I guess, I mean, I'm kind of torn because like he deserved happiness, but he doesn't like Rin didn't choose him. No one's obligated to choose you. I think he should have gone down a different path. Why did Kakashi dad do the thing? Why did his dad commit suicide? Because he was shamed for Kakashi's father, the White Fang, was shamed in his village for having his squad back off on a mission in order to save their lives instead of following through at the risk of their lives. So people shunned him for that. What do I think about the new Assassination Classroom movie? I'm very much looking forward to it. Very much looking forward to it. Is Hyoka worth watching? I haven't seen it. Game of Thrones or Death Note? I never watched Game of Thrones. Well, I dropped Game of Thrones a long time ago. Best anime for pre-workout? Probably Ippo, I would say. Give me a goated anime to watch. Tell me what you like to watch. Stop asking for something with no context, please. Who has the most tragic backstory? I think the one that hit me the hardest was Kuma's. Also, Johan, thank you for the popular sign. I never saw it, but thank you. Naruto or One Piece? I prefer Naruto's anime, One Piece's story. What do I think is the best season in AOT? I like the first season the most. I do like Gaara. Naruto or One Piece? I already answered you. Pete Davidson? Nah, I'm older than he is. Do you think guys might? Do I think Mike Guy was good for Kakashi? Yes. What kind of breathing does Tanjiro do? Sun breathing. Your favorite anime except Naruto or One Piece? I don't have a favorite anime. What character's pain felt the most realistic? So, like, the most relatable? You know what? I'm gonna say, actually, hang on. My answer is going to be Dr. Tenma. I'm gonna say Dr. Tenma because he literally dedicated his life to helping people and saving people, and then he saves someone that goes off to kill a bunch of people. So, and then he experiences that internal conflict of his job is to save lives, and he's dedicated his life to that. But now, is everyone truly worth saving? Who's stronger? I don't do power scaling. Do I like Makima? I do not. Who wins? I don't do power scaling. What was my first anime? Dragon Ball. Code Glass. You mean Code Geass? Check it out for yourself. See if you like it. Grimmer? I don't know Grimmer. Who kept moving forward despite having every reason to quit? Uh, Whole lot of characters. Thorfinn, Naruto, Kuma. Who's on the top right? That is Law of Weki. Uh, who's on the top right? What's the best anime character in Death Note L? That's not close. Can you recommend a short comedy? Sakamoto Desuka or Big Bang Braver. Do you think Dragon Ball is the biggest anime of all time? No, probably Pokemon. Give me a good recommendation, like action fighting scenes. World Trigger or Parasite. Can Toto's IQ be Gojo's domain? You decide. Why didn't Gojo sense the WCS? I didn't read the manga. Can I can be your father? I'm 62. I have enough dads, thank you. I already have three, two of which are dead, so I don't think you want to join that. So Pokemon and Dragon Ball are the two biggest. Depends what you mean by biggest. Are you looking at Are you looking at like iconic? Like if you walk onto the street and ask a random person, what are the chances of them recognizing it? Are you looking at sales? Are you looking at what number are you using what metric are you using? What's the most iconic? I would say Pokemon. I think like everybody would recognize Pokemon in some fashion. Do I watch shojo? Do I watch shojo? I don't actively watch that many shojos. It's just because I don't know that many good ones. I know I've seen a couple, but I can't really name that many standouts off the top of my head. I have seen all of Hero Academia. What anime author would I like to meet in real life? Probably just Oda. I don't know that many authors. Bro just speed running, kind of. Bro just dropped lore on his life. Wait, what are you talking about? I work an extra hour because of daylight savings. That sucks for you, I guess. Most relatable character? I don't know. I struggle to relate to characters. Which side character completely stole the show? L, I would say, is a fair take. I would say Escanor is another fair take. I did watch AOT. No, I'm not so much introverted. I'm just ambiverted. I'm very selective with who I hang out with. Levi, okay, another fair take. Is JJK season 3 going to be peak? I guess we'll find out in a few weeks, won't we? Tsunade or Hinata? Hinata. You know what? You have everything I like. You tough, you sneaky, you threat humanity. I want you to be my organization. Nah, I'm going to pass. You watching Monster today? Yep, we are on episode 53, I think. Opinions on Solo Leveling? It's a good time. I enjoyed it. L is not a side character. L is a side character. Light is the MC. L is the side character. He is the antagonist to Light. Monster's great. I'm enjoying it very much. In terms of popularity, Dragon Ball and Pokemon are the two biggest. But what does popular mean in this context? Because some people use popularity as in sales in terms of merchandise and comic sales uh, or rankings on some sort of website. I don't know what metric you're using because when we're talking about sales, then One Piece has the highest selling manga ever. If we're looking at iconic standard, if you walk out and ask someone, "Do you recognize this series?" I think Pokemon has the best shot. What do I think of the new MHA? I think it was really good. You ever watch JoJo's? I do watch JoJo's. Finished part 4. You ever watch JoJo? Yeah, smartest anime character. There is no smartest character because there's multiple characters who just know all information at all times. Favorite sports anime gotta be Ippo. Any Uchiha hair is wild. I don't know what you mean. What anime has the best looking food? Probably Food Wars. Probably Food Wars. Sales like video games and media than Dragon Ball Slat. If it's like video game sales, then I think Dragon Ball is going to be up there. I think when it comes to video game sales, maybe Dragon Ball. But I haven't looked at the numbers. I haven't looked at the sales numbers. I don't do power scaling. Whose death hurt more, Nanami or Gojo? Nanami. I never really liked Gojo. Whose death? I already answered you. Will you watch Dragon Raja? I haven't seen it. It's not on the top of my list. I look like a Sasquatch. That's okay. Sasquatches are cute too. Do I have a favorite video game? There's Mass Effect. There's Halo 2 and 3. honorable mentions to like Baldur's Gate 3. How many episodes is the boxing anime? I think it's what, how many episodes is Ippo? Like 60 something? So somewhere around there. Halo. I love the OG Halo games. Death Note is peak. I don't feel that way. Do I think Yuji will become stronger than Gojo? I'm indifferent. I don't really pay attention to their strength anyway. Dude, who fought with his hair in JoJo's Part 1? I watched JoJo's Part 1 13 years ago, so I don't remember it. Thorfinn or Eren Yeager, what character between those two resembles my personality more? Thorfinn. What do I think is the best romance? Snow White with red hair. Brandon Roger, I don't know who that is. You look like Dante from Devil May Cry. Apparently, I just look like everybody at this point. Who has the most unrealistic haircuts? No, I wouldn't say Goku. I would not say Goku. If you say Goku, I just don't think you've seen that many anime. Uh, like, I would say Yuki is worse than Yuki's hair is more outrageous than Goku. Come on, is Boruto Naruto's best father-son in anime? Not even close. You guys ever play Helldivers 2? I played it once. Wasn't really my thing. Is finished Hunter x Hunter... Okay, you finished Hunter x Hunter, top 3 of all time. Not for me, but it's very good. It's good enough that I watched it 3 times. What's my opinion on Seven Deadly Sins? It's an enjoyable series with a lot of issues. Will the One Piece be revealed in the next 3,000 episodes? It's not going to be another 3,000 episodes. Have I watched My Hero Academia? I have. Did I watch Blue Lock? I have. Who paid the highest price for their ideals? I'd say Light. I mean, no. Light just died. That's all he had to pay. There's characters who are literally trapped in endless hell for all eternity to maintain a certain there's Madoka Magica. There is Future Diaries. Why don't I like Death Note, bro? I don't like the second half. I enjoyed the first half. Where am I walking to? Costco. Studio Ghibli is a W. I would agree. Is AOT in my top 5? I don't have a top 5, and AOT definitely would not be there. Between Awashi and Blue Lock, which do I like more? Awashi. What is my opinion on Hero Academia? I had a great time with it. When Gelus killed the guy that killed Misa. When Gelus killed the guy that would have killed Misa, did his time go to Misa? I think that's how it worked. It's been a while since I looked at the... I think so. Did I... Actually, no, wait. Because, yeah, she was supposed to die then. So, I don't know. Who made the most unforgivable choice? Griffith. Death Note or Monster? Monster. Fairy Tail or Black Clover? Black Clover. Favorite non-anime show? I like crime shows. So, like, Criminal Minds, Forensic Files, Homicide Hunter, all that kind of stuff. Any recommendations that are like Shangri-La Frontier? Log Horizon. You think Erwin's speech is one of the best moments in anime? I'm not sure I could go that far. Is it one of the best speeches? Okay. It's one of the best speeches I've seen. Misa made the Shinigami idea with Light twice, right? She did make the... Did she make it twice? I know she made it once. I'm sorry, I haven't watched Death Note in quite a few years. I remember her making it at least once. As a sensei Yami or Gojo? Yami. Seven Deadly Sins or Death Note? Seven Deadly Sins. Do I think AOT is overrated? I don't look at the ratings. I enjoy the series. I'm just not a fanatic. All good. Yeah, Jelus saved Misa and Jelus time. Okay, there you go. Thank you, Devilish. What's my opinion on Yu Yu Hakusho? I couldn't. I tried. Do I watch sub or dub? I watch it both. How you doing, Siren? What death was sadder, Escanor or Nanami? Escanor. I wonder how much time Gelus had. No idea. Probably not that much, honestly. How many animes have I seen? Over 900. You're cold? Put on a sweater. Do I think Obito was right first to start a war over No. No. Do I live in a house? I do not. Do I know about Claymore? Do I know it? Yes. Have I seen it? No. Haikyuu or Ippo? Ippo. Where am I from? I am Canadian. I'm back to... welcome back, Kathatink. I remember you. So again, put on a sweater. Over 900? Yes, indeed. Do I like WWE? I do not. What's my thoughts about Code Geass? I tried it. Wasn't really my thing. Your Lie in April was pretty good. I do not have a favorite series. Naruto or Black Clover? Naruto. Do I like Dobby's character? Yeah, he's not my favorite character, but I like Dobby. Do I think Itachi could have done something different instead of killing his whole clan? I honestly don't think so. I think he could have done something different in regards to Sasuke, but like I think if some sort of conversation was possible, he could have done that. Like I don't know how realistic it would be to put like the entire clan under a genjutsu. Fire Force or MHA? MHA. Not even close. Thoughts on Boruto? Uh, the anime was not great. Hopefully, the next part is better. Recommendations on anime like Seven Deadly Sins, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, or the original. What language do I speak? English. Saddest anime I've watched. I have multiple. There's Clanad, Angel Beats, I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. Which character lost their humanity the slowest? The slowest. I don't know. I don't have an answer to this off the top of my head. JJK or Naruto, definitely Naruto. I do not think Seven Deadly Sins is trash. I think it has a lot of issues, but I can still enjoy it. Vinland Saga or Full Metal, I'm giving it to Full Metal. T-Bait or Mushoku Tensei, I dropped Mushoku Tensei, haven't seen T-Bait. Favorite JJK character, Aoi, Ping Pong is top 3. I draw Ping Pong, I'm sorry. What do I think of India? It's a country. What do you want me to say? What anime shows the cruelty of reality the best? The cruelty of reality. Vinland Saga is pretty good for that. Full Metal Alchemist is pretty good for that. Uh, One Piece is really good for that. Berserk. I mean, Berserk can, yeah. Berserk, I think, could do that. Phantom Troop is the best villain organization. I think you could make a case for that being up for them being up there. What state? I'm not American. How do I leave? You scroll. Akatsuki is the best villain organization. I like them too. To love, are you honest? I'm pretty honest, I would say. Favorite Seven Deadly Sins character, Escanor by far. Do I know anything about Emmett? Will he be fixing the One Piece? I don't know. I don't know who Emmett is. What anime is the Blue Chicken Head? Shangri-La Frontier. Which character became a monster because of the world? Because of the world? Because of the world. Eren. Can I please explain the 7 warlords of the sea in One Piece you don't understand? So basically, the 7 warlords at the time of their introduction were pirates of very high notoriety, fame, strength. That they are hired by the Marines, so they are allowed to go about doing their piratey business, and they won't be arrested. But when they call on the warlords to assist, they have to, or they could lose their position. So basically, they're like dogs of the. They're pirates that are subservient to the Marines, but they're allowed to go around doing whatever they want. What anime do I recommend? Like Old Times with Castle Killing, with like Old Times with Castle Killings. Do you mean like medieval battle series, like Vinland Saga or something? Favorite sports anime, Ippo. Isn't Shanks one of the warlords? He's a Yonko. He's a Yonko. Different thing. So the Yonko pretty much are the top 4. Well, yeah, they are the top pirates with the greatest amount of land, power, and territory in the Grand Line. Have I watched Blue Box? I have not. Romance? I have tons of romance. My best romance, Snow White with red hair. I know you don't watch soccer, but if you had to choose, so I want you to think about the kind of question you're asking. You're saying, I know you don't watch soccer, but choose these 2 soccer players when I have never seen any of them play. I don't know a damn thing about their personalities, their play skill. I know nothing. I do not follow soccer. Who crossed the line and could never come back? Griffith. You think anime without a good ending is not peak? Yes. If it doesn't have a good ending, how could it be peak? because peak would involve being start to finish at a very high quality with no major drop off. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it should be consistently high quality start to finish. Do I like Haikyuu? Yes. Griffith is not that bad. He is. He's awful. He's scum. Shanks and Mihawk. I like Shanks and Mihawk. What's a devil fruit? It is a mystical fruit that embodies desire, that takes on the desires of certain people. And when you eat a devil fruit, you acquire a unique ability at the cost of being able to swim. So when you are submerged in water, you lose your strength and just sink. Some seasons good like Tokyo Ghoul. Like Tokyo Ghoul, Parasite. Who's the most crucial? Most cruel? I think Saturn is pretty cruel. What province? I don't say where I am because I don't want to be stalked again. In terms of personality and mentality, would I rather be? I don't stop asking me about soccer. I do not care. I do not know. How much olive oil chug challenge? No. Is status an assassin, etc. peak? I don't know that series. Who's more evil, Johan or Griffith? I'd say Griffith. Yeah, probably. I mean, because yeah, I'd say Griffith. Tony the Evil is the best isekai. I haven't seen it. Which villain would have won plot? Again, plot armor's not a thing. Plot armor's not a thing. It's not. Do I think Luffy will be stronger than Joy Boy in the future? I don't do power scaling, but I think it's feasible. I don't. Okay. So answer me this: what does a sport being the most popular in the world have to do with me? Am I obligated to care? Who cares? I don't follow sports. Which anime has the best pacing overall? I don't know because I don't think it's like this has the best. I think there's multiple with equally good. We can pick multiple series with equally good pacing because at some point there's nothing else you could do to fix the pacing. No, plot armor is just a term that power scalers use. It's just a term that power scalers use. It is not real. The authors are only concerned with one thing: how can they best tell a good story? Their job is to entertain the audience. They are not concerned with all this nonsense that the fans do. You're banned. Not in the TikTok chat. You're banned. There you go. Have I seen Darling in the Franxx? I dropped it. Who is the most underrated Naruto character? I don't look at ratings. My favorite is Shikamaru. Do I read Vagabond? I do not. Permanent. Yeah. If they do what they did, they're banned. Have I seen Darling in the Franxx? Yeah, I dropped it. Who is the most potential character in terms of power? I don't do power scaling. Dororo top 5 anime of all time. Crazy take. You can have any top 5 you want. It is personal preference. Go for it. Meliodas is better than Escanor. I prefer Escanor to Meliodas by leaps and bounds. Favorite Dragon Ball Z saga? The Android Saga. Can I please one of the pass of Subaru Natsuki did? I know something about that, but I haven't read the manga, and that hasn't happened in the anime yet. Anime of the year, probably Hero Academia season 8. Did I watch Chainsaw Man new movie? Yes, Reese was very good. We mostly talk about anime, occasionally some video games, and the gym as well. So you don't know anything about Ronaldo or Messi? Not a thing. I couldn't tell you what teams they play for. I couldn't tell you what their average, what their scores are like, what skills they what moves they have. Couldn't tell you a thing. Have I seen Monster? I am watching Monster. Do I like One Punch Man? I like season 1. Do I think JJK would be better if Gojo was the MC? No. Most favorite side character? I have absolutely no idea. Why do these people spam? Because they'll learn if they spam they get banned. What anime does psychological tension best? Monster. Absolutely Monster. That's an instant pick. Vinland Saga, 10 on 10. You gotta watch Welcome to Derry at some point maybe. Favorite character in Monster? I would say it's not Tenma. You know who I actually really like? I forgot his name though. It's the doctor. It's the other doctor. The therapist guy. He's a slightly chubby man, kind of short, glasses. Took care of the kid that Tenma left in his care. I forgot his name though. But cave people do know about Ronaldo and Messi. How strange! Cave people do. What are you talking about? More than a married couple, but not lovers, is decently good. It was decently good. Stay hydrated. I'm good. I have water right here. Thoughts on Gachakuda? I'm enjoying it very much. Just wait till Liar game comes out. I have no idea what that is. How we're doing? We're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. Eminence and Shadow or solo leveling. I don't like Eminence, so solo leveling. Why does Johan have such a short screen time? Because he's a character who manipulates from the shadows. He is not a character that likes to be center stage so everyone can see him. He needs to stay hidden and aloof. Most of the series, people doubt that he even exists. Do I watch Spy Family? I've seen season 1 and that was good. Play some music in the background. I can't. That's how you get banned. What do I think about Fire Force? I think season 1 was good. Dispatch was a lot of fun. Dispatch was a great game. Do I think Goku can solo Naruto? I don't do power scaling. Is Avatar the Last Airbender? It's made here in the West, so it's a cartoon. Can you stop asking about olive oil? Like, can you stop now? What do I think about the Fate series? It's great. It's great. Baki, I wasn't a fan. Dispatch deserved Game of the Year. I'm fine with Expedition winning Game of the Year. Like, it is a very, very good game. Honestly, I don't care who wins, really, but I can at least say Dispatch was a lot of fun. Do I think power scaling can do you? No, it can't. I can't be measured. You don't. I know you don't do power scaling, but who has a better power level? That's power scaling. If you're asking me for power levels when it's not outright stated, that's a power scaling question. Ippo is peak. I would agree. Am I a robot? Probably. Balky's not for everyone. Yeah, it's not for me. Will I go to the Dragon Ball theme park? Where is it exactly? What do I think about Vinland Saga? 10 on 10. It's a fantastic series. Finally, someone talking about anime. Yeah, we talk about anime every day here. Do I think Mihawk painted his sword? No. What anime has the best looking characters? My brain doesn't register that, so I couldn't tell you. Do I think Vegeta is a top 5 side character? I think he's my favorite deuteragonist. So I think making that statement is fair. Is AOT glazed? I don't care. If you want to glaze a series, it doesn't affect me. Unless you're shoving it in my face when I tell you to stop. You glazing a series is just, okay, have fun with that. Favorite power system? Nen and Alchemy. There was a traveler who went to Amazon forest and asked the local tribes in there if they know or not. Okay, so you're still obsessing. We saw the first 10 times. Saw what? What about the part 3? Okay, I'm putting you in timeout because you're not timeout, buddy. I know the novel Pennywise, not anime, but do I think he could? I don't do versus stuff, guys. Who is my favorite anime character in Demon Slayer? Guillaume. Can you not spam, please? Thank you, Jamero. Okay, you're yeah, banned for 5 minutes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Do I think Free Ren is overrated? I love Free Ren. Have I watched Harem in the Labyrinth? No, I don't watch harems. That's a lie. I've watched 1 or 2 multi-romance root series. How much should I donate? You are not obligated to donate at all. If you wish to, you can donate whatever you want. What do I think about Heijun? I haven't seen it. Smartest character in anime doesn't exist because there's multiple characters who know everything. Have I watched Long Time No See? We're here every day, man. If it's been a long time, you must have been busy. Who is my favorite Devil Fruit user? Probably Kuma. Is Asuka a top 3 antagonist? I think he's a really good antagonist. I don't have some sort of ranking, but he's a very good character. Fate series is really good. Talvora I haven't seen. Am I married? No. Opinion on love story? Yamada-kun level 999 is really good. And it's short. Mado's a good shonen villain. I would agree with you. Do I make 10 bans from YouTube? Collectively I have, but monthly, no. Definitely not monthly. If I was making 10 grand a month from YouTube, we'd be doing all right. Do I cook? I do. Ippo need a rematch with Date? Yeah, he does. I dropped Records of Ragnarok. Do I like Tool Floyd? I have no idea. Are you talking about... The only Floyd I know is... Wait, which Floyd? I don't think do. I know any Floyds? Thoughts on MHA? It's pretty good. Opinion on I like Graph. I don't know what Gray Pone is. Waiting to hear your opinion on ending of Monster because it's truly a special one. I'm very much looking forward to it. And once we finish Monster, I'm going to go finish Golden Kamuy Season 2, which is my favorite genre. Slice of life, romance kind of stuff. Your stream is the most entertaining. Thank you, Cut. I appreciate that. I'm 5'9", anime like Angel Next Door, and not Horimiya. Okay, so Alia sometimes hides her feelings in Russian. Monster ending is underwhelming. Well, I'll decide for myself. Opinion on Force. What's wrong with chat, man? Gachakuda is pretty good as a cooler person, Yuno or Sasuke. Depends where we are in the Sasuke arc, because like by end of like where I am in the series, I prefer Sasuke, but there are definitely times where I prefer Yuno, depending on where we're at in the story. So what's my favorite slice of life? Okay, for romance, Snow White with red hair. For slice of life, the Masterful Cat is depressed again today. Yuno is basically Sasuke. I don't really see it. Do I think MHA is the anime of the year? I think it has a fair shot. Do I play games? Yep, over on Twitch, my Taku on Twitch. We are playing Expedition 33 today. Krillin is the strongest human. I think he is probably. In all of anime, no. But I also don't do power scaling because it's stupid. Your favorite don't pause moment from Naruto? Don't pause moment. I assume you mean like a moment you don't want to pause the video or episode? My guy fight with Madara. Berserk is just overrated. I disagree. You ever heard of Rom Ranch by Grand McDonald? I have no idea what that is. What do I think about women? They're people like everyone else. Best sites to pirate anime. I just Google what I want to watch and I find it that way. I'm not. Am I ignoring you, or are you the person spamming soccer questions? I'm not ignoring anybody. Do I think Kakashi and Obito is the best fight in Naruto? I think if that's your favorite, that's a fair case, because that's a great fight. How dare I disagree with other people on my opinions on anime? Exactly. What do I think is the greatest anime of all time? I don't have a favorite. Black Clover is really good. What anime character changed another anime character the best? Askeladd or All Might? I'd say All Might. You watch Corn? No, I'd rather eat corn. Have I read Vagabond? I have not. Best romance for me is Snow White with red hair. Opinions on Bleach? I think it's very good. Looking forward to the next part. I'm not spamming any more soccer. I mean, and then I'm not ignoring you. Who's my favorite player in Blue Lock? Nagi or Bachira. Thoughts on ReZero? It's pretty good. Death Note, first half was good. When will I sleep? It's 10:30 in the morning. Was I a band nerd? Never. When will I sleep? Anime is for nerds. I know. What are your thoughts on ReZero? Can you stop spamming? Can you give me? Okay, I'm gonna have to put you in timeout, guys. You spam, you get timed out. You really should read Vagabond. I'm not going to. I don't care if it's the best series ever. I'm not reading it. I'm sorry. Shangri-La Recognition? Exactly. Sadder Death, Asta's Mom, or Sir Night Eye? I think Asta's Mom. Did I watch AOT? I did. Opinion on Kuroko no Basket? Saw it 3 times. So you watch soccer anime, but you don't watch soccer in real life? Exactly. I have watched Awashi, Blue Lock, Days. I still have to watch Inazuma. Best of the 10 Commandments not based on power. The best of the 10 Commandments. Estarosa? Actually, no. Take it back. I take it back. What was Meliodas' brother's name? The small one in the red outfit. Forgot his name. Him. Because he also comes back in Four Knights of the Apocalypse. Zeldris. Zeldris, he also comes back in Four Knights of the Apocalypse, and he's great in that arc as well. In that part. Let's play Roblox, not a chance. What am I doing? We're talking about anime mostly. I don't listen to Limp Bizkit. Who's the best quintuplet? My choice would either be Miku or Yotsuba. Asta or Meliodas? I prefer Asta. Bro talking on 2 times speed. I could actually go a lot faster. I'm actually trying to slow myself down right now. Would you mind telling your favorite characters from Bleach? from each of the big three. So One Piece, I don't have any favorites because I can't. Naruto is Shikamaru, and Bleach is Kisuke and Kenpachi. Rate my edits. I don't watch edits. Waffles or pancakes. I'm more of a pancake guy, but I like waffles. Is Shield Hero good? Season 1 was good. Is Chainsaw Man worth the watch? I think it is, especially Reese. Your favorite from the modern Gote 13? Probably, yeah, Ken Kenpachi. What about Four Nights of the Apocalypse? Four Nights of the Apocalypse I do enjoy, but it has one glaring issue that makes me crazy. How do you have so much mental energy to read so many messages and still reply to them? Because this isn't taking up much of my energy. Can I give you a romance where the MC is depressed until he meets her? Where the MC, you know what? I can give you. I can definitely give you anime where the MC is just a depressed guy. You could go with bottom tier character. Bottom tier character fits that description kind of. You could go with. I think that one's gonna do. I think that's the most accurate one. Or well, I wouldn't say. Okay, I'm gonna say Yamato-kun level 999. He's not depressed. He's just like more emotionally reserved to himself. Lancelot or Tristan. Uh, who is Tristan again? I know we're talking Seven Deadly Sins. I remember who. Obviously, I remember Lancelot. Here, Lancelot. Hang on. Tristan. It's got to be Lancelot. Lancelot. Yeah, definitely Lancelot. Uh, so does better. Did I watch JJK? Yes, I have. Ippo's a 10 on 10. Saddest backstory, I think Kuma does it for me. Thoughts on Vinland Saga? 10 on 10. Shangri-La isn't my number one? No, but it's a good series. Do I like Code Geass? Wasn't really my thing. What am I watching right now? Monster. I'm sitting in my room with a needle in my hand. Jesus Christ. Still not answering your question. I don't see it. Tally Hall. Okay. Any anime for nerds? Dr. Stone. Thoughts on Blue Lock? It's pretty good. Eminence of Shadow, I did not enjoy. Can I talk about Vinland Saga? What about it? I think it's a 10 on 10, but what do you want me to say? I have not read Slam Dunk. Should I watch Frieren? I enjoyed Frieren very much. Cyberpunk, I haven't seen. You like Toxicity? Good for you. I don't. How you doing, Varsh? I'm from Pakistan. How you doing, Q Gamer? The way Death Note ended was so bad. I disagree. I thought the ending was fine. Do I recommend Frieren? I think so. Yeah. Anime like Sao. Shangri-La Frontier, Log Horizon. Thoughts on Blue Box? I haven't seen Blue Box. System of a Down is better. I like System of a Down. Favorite Espada? The Nelly album. Do you see my questions? Have I watched Death Note? Yes, multiple times. Listen to Tally Hall. I'm just going to be honest. I'm probably not going to just because I haven't listened to music in like half a year. If you loved Ippo, you'll love Slam Dunk. I plan to watch Slam Dunk. What is better than AOT? That's a personal. How many series do you want? Because there's a lot of series I prefer way more than AOT. Toxicity is a whole album. Why did I answer so quick on disliking it? Because I don't know the albums. Because I didn't know you were referring to an album. I don't know the name of a single album of a single band. I don't know the names of albums. Do I think Aaron did the right thing? No. I think you can empathize and understand, but I don't think he did the right thing. What's my opinion on One Piece? I enjoy it very much. Is Steins Gate good to watch? It wasn't my thing. It wasn't my thing. No Way You Got Law of Wacky. I've never seen someone talk about it on a live. There are plenty of people in my chat who recognize it, so welcome aboard. Mustard sometimes is fine. I do not think Aaron did the right thing. Can you stop spamming chat, guys? You finally answered your question. I answer every question that I see. I just don't see them all. I changed my phone. Okay. Ronaldo or Messi, I don't care. Don't follow either. Have I watched Hunter x Hunter multiple times? I think it's great. You've made my watch list 10 times longer. I can make it 1,000,000 times longer if you want to. Don't watch Slam Dunk. Read it first. I'm not going to read it, so I'll watch it. Slime, I've seen multiple times. Lancelot or Percival? Ooh, Percival. I'm still going Lancelot. How you doing, Bambi and Alice? Listen to Korn. I know their work. I'm familiar with it. No, I'm not American. Have I watched Boruto? I have. I don't have a favorite. Where do I rank Ippo? Ippo is my favorite sports anime. The saddest anime that made me cry. Well, I don't have a saddest, but Angel Beats, Clanad, uh, Pancreas, Tokyo Ghoul is good. It doesn't matter if you don't care, say a name, Messi or Ronaldo, I will not. Because I don't follow soccer. I've been over this before. You guys have to stop. You guys really need to get over it. Thoughts on Gachakuda? I think it's pretty good. And Eren Yeager didn't have a choice. He stopped the world from committing genocide against Paradise. So, look, he could have still, you can set up defenses without literally wiping out the entire human population. I don't think global extinction was the answer. Naruto or One Piece. Naruto's anime, One Piece's story. People think soccer's everything. Yeah, I don't care. Dude, Angel Beats had no business being that good. There is a gaping plot hole in Angel Beats, but it's still a fun series. Which One Piece is best One Piece, live action or anime or manga? I'm gonna say manga. Percival or Gawain? Gawain is actually my least favorite. Is my biggest disappointment of the series. So Percival. What was the most censored anime I've seen? In what sense? I don't watch anything that's censored. I mean blood? Because, I've watched Hellsing Ultimate, and that was as gory as it gets. Favorite in Ippo? Ippo. And thank you, Max, for the rose, and thank you, Chase, for the cats. As a wife, Elizabeth or Gelda, I don't know who you're talking about. Thoughts on Dororo? I've only seen one episode, so I'll let you know. I don't care about blood. If it's there, it's there. I'm indifferent. Any anime with a lot of gore? Well, Hellsing Ultimate has the most gore I've seen. Parasite's pretty gory. Have I watched Dr. Stone? I have. Saint Seiya I haven't seen yet. Meliodas' wife or Zeldris' wife? Oh, Zeldris' wife. Zeldris' wife. But thoughts about Black Clover? I like it. You're spamming chat, so you're getting a timeout. I don't care if you've been asking a few times. You spam chat, you're getting a timeout because you need to grow up. Thank you. Tokyo Ghoul is the best. I enjoy it. Cowboy Bebop has a lot of gore. I haven't seen Cowboy Bebop yet. What do I think about Monkey D. Luffy? He's a great character. I really like him. To Your Eternity is the best. Season 3 I'm fine, but 1 and 2 are really good. Do I know animes like Steins Gate? The thing is, I never got into Steins Gate. So I think of Steins Gate, I think of science. When I think of science, I think Dr. Stone. MHA has a bonus OVA episode coming, but other than that, I don't know. I don't do power scaling. What is Tokyo Ghoul about? It's about you're in Tokyo and there's ghouls with different kinds of powers that do a lot of horrible things. Favorite Kira in anime? I don't know. I don't do power scaling. Science anime except Dr. Stone. Science anime. Well, here's the thing. How heavy does the science have to be? Because there's a lot of science and research in Bleach, right? You have multiple characters that are heavily devoted to research and science. You have Kisuke and what was the other captain's name? What was it? What was his name? Mayuri. Yeah, Mayuri. There you go. Luffy or Naruto. I like Luffy's writing more. I like Naruto's personality more. Please, can I request an anime to watch? Can you request? I mean, that doesn't really make any sense. You mean me request a series, or are you looking for a series? The grammar doesn't really make any sense there. Toonami or Crunchyroll? I don't use Crunchyroll, and I don't use Toonami. Okay. Request a series. I'm not looking for any recommendations. My watch list is full. I'm not looking for recommendations. Any anime that is the most gut-wrenching thing, more gut-wrenching than Your Lie in April? Your Lie in April did not hit me as hard as other people did. If you want something similar, go watch the movie I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. Goblin Slayer was great. Noblest I haven't seen. Skittles or chocolate? Definitely chocolate. Has Crunchyroll fallen off? Absolutely yes. I started watching Dr. Stone. It's kind of good. I enjoy it, but there are points where it does fall off. Have I tried boxing? No, I have too many concussions to do boxing. What anime with AOT type of plot? So with the same level of twists. I mean, when I think of AOT, I think of Vinland Saga, but it's not going to be the same in those aspects. Like, are there some plot twists? Sure. Is there a really good plot? Absolutely. But like, that's what I think of. Can Naruto? I don't do power scaling. His forehead throbs with anime power. Yes. You shall chopped. Thank you very much. As a technique, ten shadows because of rags or infinity. I prefer Infinity over Ten Shadows. Thoughts on Ippo? It's a 10 on 10 for me. Favorite romance? Snow White with red hair. Code Geass wasn't really my thing. I wasn't a huge fan of Super. There are parts that I liked, of course, but like overall, it was not as strong. Chopped as grown man. Okay, thank you. I love to read Pick Me Up Infinite Gotcha chapter. I haven't read Gotcha. Best anime movies. Digimon Kizuna for me. Have I watched Delicious in Dungeon? I'm almost done season one. The newest Demon Slayer movie was not as good as it should have been. They could have done more. I haven't seen it myself. Favorite Haikyuu character? Kageyama. Thoughts on DxD? I dropped it right away. Is volume 17 of JJK begging for a season 3? No, I mean, is it the beginning of season 3? I haven't read it. I do play games on my Taku over on Twitch. We are playing Expedition 33 today. Ozempic is safe because there's context to that. There's nothing you can just say it is safe. There's context to how it is applied to who and when and how much. Do I play any games or watch any anime? I do both at the same time. Opinion on solo leveling? It's a good time. I think Dragon Ball Super is enjoyable sometimes. I have not played Arc Raiders. Should I watch MHA? I love action and various powers, with JoJo being my number one. Yeah, give it a shot. With the Sun Grace Escanor or Mael. I prefer Escanor. Thoughts on Vinland Saga? It's a 10 on 10. Do I know Shangri-La Frontier? I do. What's my opinion on Hero Academia ending? I think it's great that it's done. Favorite? What is my name? Derek. Why bro look like Diddy? Why I don't know. Why do you? MHA is good, but up. Okay. Thoughts on Records of Ragnarok? I dropped it a while ago. Opinion on Beastars? I've only seen one episode. Do I love the Celestial Dragons? No. What's my favorite adventure series? I don't have a favorite. I have too many. Did I watch Dexter? A little bit. Favorite anime voice, sub, and dub? I have no idea. I genuinely I have no idea. I've heard thousands and thousands of voices. No, I don't do drugs. What quirk would you have if I was in Hero Academia? I wouldn't have a quirk. I'd be quirkless. Escanor is an S plus character in a C class anime. Fair enough. MHA is good, but the fan base is horrible. So here's the thing. I don't do things like that. Why? Because that can be applied to virtually every series. There's good and bad fans in every fan base. And the bigger the series, the more annoying it becomes. AOT, I enjoy the series. The fans can be horrendous. Dragon Ball can be a great fan base. Sometimes you guys are vile. So instead of judging the fan base, I call individuals out who can't behave. I want to start watching anime but don't know where to start. Besides anime, what do you like to watch? What do you like to read? Do you have any story preferences? I'm starting to watch Black Clover. Awesome. Blue Lock was good for me. Can we collab? I don't know who you are, and I'm careful with who I do collabs with and why. Why did I think bro was a young Sheldon? Young Sheldon is like a high school kid. I graduated high school 17 years ago. Can you send a link to join your Discord? If you actually wait, is it not pinned? Hold on. Is it not pinned? Hang on. It should have been pinned. There we go. YouTube took down the pin. There it is. As an anime that changes my perspective in life. I have no enemies. Vinland Saga. If I had to be a JJK character, who would it be? Can I just be my own character? Can I just have like my own? Which anime do I consider controversial? Controversial in what sense? Like, are we talking about that I don't think should be up, or that like brings up difficult topics? Opinion on Immortal King, I dropped it. Is life going the way you thought? Depends when Like, depends at what point you would ask me that. If you asked like 20-year-old me that, no. If you asked me like a year ago, better than I thought. I want to watch anime. I like fighting and action. Typical. Okay. Try World Trigger or Parasite. Difficult topics. Oh, there's tons of anime that bring up difficult topics. That's like everywhere now. You could go to Vinland Saga, Full Metal Alchemist, One Piece. You could look at what are some other like lesser talked about ones that bring up Monster, Zoro, a pink monkey or a I have no idea what you're even saying. Parasite is fantastic. I disagree. What is the best fight scene in anime? I don't have a favorite fight scene. What's the anime of? What's your anime of the year in every category? I don't know all the categories because I never vote on this stuff. I don't care who wins. Like if you ask me what I think is going to win, probably Academia is my guess. King Von Man. I do. What about King Von? Lookism I haven't seen. Can we please collab again? Stop begging. I don't know you. Any thoughts about the anime Dandadan? I wasn't into it, but I do think it's well animated. It has good music. The action scenes are pretty fun. Academia is a good anime. Just the fan base is again. I'm not doing this again. Don't judge the entire fan base. Judge the individuals who can't behave because every fan base has weird people. What do I think about Bleach? I like Bleach. If I had to choose an anime universe to live in, wherever there's good food, good romance adventure anime to watch. Romance adventure, I will say Snow White with red hair, or Gosick. John Park, I don't know who that is. Anime about feminism. I can't say I know any anime that's outright about feminism. Someone who can defeat Saitama, whoever the author wants. What's the time for you? It is 10:53, so another 20 minutes left in the stream. What's an adventure anime do I recommend for the new gen? An adventure series, you could try Gachakuda. That's a fun little adventure series. Opinion on Mushoku Tensei, I couldn't deal with Rudia, so I dropped it. What do I do with Fairy Tail because the first season isn't on my Crunchyroll? You can Google Fairy Tail episode 1. You can Google Fairy Tail episode 1 and just start from there. I joined the Discord. Well, I'll welcome all the new people once the stream is done. What music do I like? I listen to a lot of rock, like rock, punk rock, metal, instrumental stuff, usually on the heavier side. I already watched Bleach. Lookism I have not seen. Opinion on Solo Leveling, it's a good time. Naruto is a good time as well. Is manga better than anime? Depends on the series. Depends on the series. So, like, one isn't better than the other. Anime that you rewatch so many times, I don't rewatch anything anymore, but I've rewatched Naruto, Parasite, Dragon Ball, Bleach, One Piece, Snow White, My Love Story. There's a lot I've rewatched. Angel Beats. Where do you guys find anime when it's not available on any streaming services? Pirating. You Google the series and then you find it. I guarantee you there isn't a series I have not found in 30 seconds. Top 3 anime, in my opinion. I don't have a top 3. Meliodas or Bon. I'm easily choosing Bon. AniWatch. There you go. AniWatch works. Do I pirate? All the time. Anime that you would happily get rid of. So here's the thing. I wouldn't get rid of a series just because I don't like it. Just because like I did not enjoy things like Steins Gate and Code Geass and these things, why would I say get rid of it? Because if other people are having a good time with it, I don't have to watch it. If these other people are enjoying the series, why would I say no? You can't watch it either. That's silly. I do not have a favorite overall. Clannad is great. You have to watch After Story. I am not ignoring you. Your messages might be getting banned. If you are saying certain words, my YouTube might be filtering it. If you are saying certain words, my YouTube might be filtering them out because I have a lot of anti-spam things set to be blocked. If you had to pick a stand, what would it be and why? Harvest. Do you wish the Shangri-La Frontier game existed? Yes. Record of Ragnarok, I dropped it. Main Abyss, I only just started. Have I shifted more towards action and adventure after high school? Actually, I shifted to less. A lot less action, a lot more wholesome stuff. Pit option on Bye Bye Earth, I haven't seen it, I've heard of it. Main Abyss, again, I just started. Mosquito Solo Saitama, probably. Which anime has the cleanest animation? Violet Evergarden or Unlimited Blade Works? Keep it up. Appreciate that, Daniel. You watched me yesterday, and we'll be live again tomorrow. Goku in his prime. I don't do power scaling. Opinion to Hell Paradise. I haven't seen Hell Paradise yet. Have I watched JoJo's up to part 4? It was very good. If you were Eren, what would I have done to save Paradise? If I was Eren, I would have coordinated some sort of defense. Like, Eren had the power to control and summon Titans, right? I would have set up a defensive perimeter. Because it's not like they had, like, intercontinental weapons that they could reach without, like, coming close. I would set up a defensive perimeter. And because he could control the Titans, he could have them react pretty quickly. Favorite underrated anime, and I would continue to try and establish diplomatic relations as civilly as possible. Do I read manga? No, not really. He had 4 years to live. I mean, yeah, everyone would have died, but they could have passed on the founding titan to somebody else. I do like Blue Lock. Blue Lock or Captain Tsubasa. I still have to watch Tsubasa. Should I let my 7-year-old watch Berserk? Probably not. Which one would I recommend to start watching first, Gosick or Snow White? If you want a little bit more of a mystery component than Gosick, if you want more of like an adventure with a little bit more science and like world building, then probably Snow White. But the rest of the world saw Paradise as monsters due to their ancestors' mistakes, which has nothing to do with them. I know, but the thing is, we deal with that kind of mentality now in today's society. Do we stop trying to establish respectful conversation? There's people in modern day who still like discriminate based off of your skin color, your religion, where you're born, all these different things, which ultimately don't matter. You still want to try and establish a dynamic where you can talk through these issues. Is One Piece the best anime? I don't think it is, but I think it's the best story that I've seen. Favorite Demon Slayer character? Guillaume. What's my least favorite? I don't have a least favorite. Favorite Demon Slayer character? Guillaume. You caught up to Modulo? I did. I am not. A highly underrated isekai with good character development. I don't look at ratings. I do not look at ratings virtually ever. It does not matter. You want a good isekai? Digimon, Slime, Overlord, Log Horizon. If my wisdom is beyond words? No, it's just we have to be able to show compassion and understanding to each other, and I think fighting over things that ultimately don't matter and don't affect other people is like only doing harm. What will I do to save Ace? He died to rage bait. So sorry, nothing I could do. He killed himself. Have I watched AOT? I have. After a long time, how are you doing? We're doing pretty good. I let my 5-year-old cousin watch all of Berserk. Okay. Well, the harm is done, I guess. Favorite Demon Slayer character? Guillaume. Have I watched AOT? Yes. You gotta mention Eminence in Shadow. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. So I will not. Congrats on 6K for what? 6K for what? Oh, did TikTok hit 6,000? That's still not good enough because my old TikTok before that one got hacked had 10,000. So we're still short 4,000 on TikTok. Morning, did I watch JoJo's? I have. Oh, it's you, Azores. Okay. What is Silent Voice about? It is a very sad and beautiful romance movie, involving a deaf girl, a silent girl, and bullying. So go watch it. I don't do power scale. In terms of potential, not power. In potential, what? If you're saying potential strength, that's power scaling. Hello, Mister. I already said hello. I have a bike that didn't be fixed for 6 months. Okay. Have I watched Hunter x Hunter? I think it's very good. I could talk about Your Lie in April for hours. I enjoyed Your Lie in April. I don't think I could talk about it that much. I do know Shaman King, both the original and the new one. Roommates reveal today? Nope. I just finished Dragon Ball Z and all the movies, including Super. Okay. And Heroes. What should I watch next? What are you in the mood for? How much do I earn? Depends on the month. This has not been a good month. Last month was fantastic, so it kind of depends. My older cousin forced me to watch High School DxD. No one forced you. You could have said no. White Frozone? A white Frozone? Well, since when is Frozone white? Nen or Cursed Energy? Definitely Nen. Have I watched Cobra Kai? I have not. Death Note, the first half was good. Aaron tried other possibilities but couldn't find any others. Right? I mean, yeah, he looked through like what every possible timeline or something. Still, you don't stop trying. I just don't believe that genocide is the option. When is the date the Bon Clay cosplay? So again, if you guys want me to do some sort of really over the top cosplay, you got to make it financially worth it for me. Get me to 100,000 subs in like the next like 2 months, and I'll do it because cosplaying is expensive. Do I remember the Ipo locker room scene? I do. That was probably one of my least favorite scenes. Thoughts on MHA? It's really good. God of High School top five. I mean, it's not for me. I enjoyed it. MHA's peak. It was a good time. I'll give you $20 for what? A job. Well, I don't know what you're saying. What do I earn? Wait, what do I do to earn money? AdSense. So the more people watch my videos, the more I make. The more views I get, the more money I get. $20 for the cosplay. So if you want me to make a cosplay from scratch, that's going to be a lot more than $20. If you want me to go to Amazon and just buy some sort of cheaply made costume, that's going to be a lot less. Which subtitle is more real, Netflix or Crunchyroll? Probably Netflix. I know that Crunchyroll implemented like the new AI system. Have I watched Vinland Saga? I have. It's a 10 on 10. Put tinfoil in the microwave? Yeah, no thanks. When is my next what's the haircut called? It was a fade, but my hair's grown out a bit since then. If you had a chance to rewatch an anime, not knowing what happens, I wouldn't rewatch anything. I only want to watch new series going forward. Why do I like anime? The same reason you like anything else. It is no different than watching TV shows or movies or comics or whatever. It's fun. That time I got reincarnated as a microwave. My goodness, I think there's the washing machine one. Have I seen Original Sin? I have not. Blue Lock was a good time. Growing a mullet? No, not doing that. Crunchyroll got exposed for doing the political bias subtitles. There you go. Have I watched Blue Lock? Yes. Which Gojo is better, Dress Up Darling or JJK? Dress Up Darling. Not a huge Gojo fan. He would look perfect with braids. No, not going to happen. Between L or Light, who do I think is smarter? L. Treadmill? Yes. Anime characters that have the greatest character development. I think Thorfinn is on that list. I think Kuma is on that list. I think Kyros is on that list. What's my thoughts on Akamega Kill? It's pretty good. Just don't get attached to anybody. Do you work out? Yes. Who has the most IQ? Technically, like IQ, first of all, it's a useless measurement. And second, there are multiple characters who just know everything at all times, so it's irrelevant. A safer option is putting a wet metal. Oh my goodness. I'm looking for a great action and good animation. Try the Fate series. Berserk is good, just not the 2016 one. Which anime has the most fan service? I don't watch stuff with excessive fan service, so I couldn't tell you. Which anime do I think has the best animation? I kind of just answered that. Ninja Kamui, I still have to watch. That time I walked on a treadmill and answered repetitive questions to strangers online. Oh my god. You know, that should be an anime. That should be an anime. What is the anime with the bird head? Shangri-La Frontier. Records of Ragnarok dropped that a long time ago. Does fan service ruin the face of anime more than the fandom? I think it depends. Like, the fandom could be pretty bad. Fan service can also do it. I think it depends which example we're looking at. Both can be pretty bad. I don't know what the biggest plot twist is because, like, again, there's multiple good examples. AOT has good plot twists. Odd Taxi has really good plot twists. A safer option is okay. In my opinion, you should listen to Tenebro, Rozo, Sange. I have no idea who that is. Have I watched JoJo's Part 4? Yes. Fairy Tail thoughts? I enjoy Fairy Tail. Thoughts on Eren and Mikasa relationship in AOT? I don't see it as a romantic one. Afro Samurai, I do have to watch it. I still have to watch it. Have I watched Rent a Girlfriend? I dropped it. Rurouni Kenshin out of 10? I'm going to say 7.5. I think like mid to high sevens. Is Dress Up Darling good? I have mixed feelings on it. Like, I enjoy it. I enjoy it, but I have some complaints. I don't like the season 2 ending. The MHA fandom is a lot better than the past fandom. The MHA fandom is a lot better than the past fandom. I mean, recently they've done some pretty bad things, but again, I'm not judging the fandom. I'm judging the individuals who are not, More Than a Married Couple was decently good. Do I have a favorite game? Mass Effect 2, Halo 2 and 3, Baldur's Gate 3. Which story is better, Bleach or Naruto? I prefer Naruto's story. Should anime slop be including in lists such as anime slop? I mean, I don't know what list you're talking about. Do I like slop or power scaling? No. Did I start part 5? I did not start part 5. Welcome back, Uski. And what was my first? Dragon Ball. Namaste, sir. Love from India. How you doing, unfit or unfiltered? Your anime god squad. I don't have a god squad. Is Muzan stronger than I don't do power scaling? I also don't even know. That time I spawned in a Maharagan. Do I know Marvel Rivals? Yes, but I don't play it. Do I like Pokemon? Yes. Dragon Ball is the strongest first? No. What's the thing you hate about anime? I don't hate it. I mean, it's not like an anime thing. It's a specific series thing. Like when they make young girls, like when they make adults look like little children, or excessive fan service, or things like that. What is the chronological order of Dragon Ball? Dragon Ball Z, Daima. Well, the thing is, Daima kind of adds in some issues to the. It doesn't really fit properly. Daima's supposed to be in between Z and Super, but it's technically Ball Z Super. Best Pokemon? I like best Pokemon, Gengar or Lapras. I don't like ASMR. In Dragon Ball, who is my favorite character? Vegeta or Piccolo? I don't have a favorite series. Do I think Black Clover is good? Yes, I do think it's very good. If the zombie apocalypse were to happen, do you think I could survive? Yes, because I know how to build a shelter. I know how to make a fire. I know how to cook. I know how to fish. I know how to harvest plants. I'm very physically fit. Gengar bad. I have some trauma with him. I mean, I like Gengar. Best out of the big three: Bleach's manga, Naruto's anime, One Piece's story. I do not think One Piece is overrated, but I also think ratings are a waste of my time. Would I survive in Doctor Stone? Well, if they revived me, because you would need someone to break you out of the stone first, right? I think I could. Yes, I think I could. What anime should I watch if I never watched anything? What do you like to watch outside of anime, or do you have any books that you like to read, or any preferences that you have? When did I transition? What's wrong with you? Chronological order of Lord of the Rings. I've only seen the movies. It was like Fellowship of the Ring, Two Towers, and Return of the King. Worst anime I've watched. I don't have a least favorite. I just drop it if I don't like it. Give me a completely random action adventure series to watch with my friends. A completely random action adventure. Okay, Maji. Kaiju number 8. It's fun. Do I know what that you will be fighting with other humans too for supplies? So you didn't say where I'd be reviving. You didn't say under what circumstances. You didn't say if I was going to be like. You gave no parameters. You said you're revived in the stone world. There's like virtually no people, so you're basically in the woods or some sort of like run-down urban environment. You gave no context. In that context, I can survive. My forearms are actually incredibly small. They're my smallest body part. We're trying to fix that right now. Do I like JoJo's? Yes. How you doing, Kiva? Anime worse than One Punch Man Season 3, Berserk 2016. If 100 kids came running to you while you were on a walk, do I think I could survive? What's 100 kids? Like 10-year-olds? 8-year-olds? Because if it's small children, then yeah. What is the best question I've ever gotten in chat? It's any question that is both unique that I don't hear often, referencing something that a lot of people don't know, or getting me to think in a very that actually gets me thinking, not just like can't be random nonsense that I've never heard. It's something that actually makes me reflect on things. Best season of AOT, I preferred the first one. What made you want to start streaming? I literally started on a whim and it worked out. I literally started on a whim and it worked. Let's say you were a content creator whose job was to power scale. Would I continue to do it if I was doing extremely well and knowing that you hate it? No. If I had to drop everything else I do and do power scaling, I'm out. Goodbye. Forget it. Favorite food? I don't have a favorite. I enjoy virtually everything. When did I start streaming? 2000 October 2023, I think it was. Favorite arc in Naruto? Either the War arc or the Sasuke retrieval. Opinion on Fairy Tail? I enjoy Fairy Tail, but it has highs and lows. If my best friend was hit by a zombie, was bit by a zombie, would I take the risk of eliminating him? If he's bit by a zombie, I will. Well, the thing is, if you're bit by a zombie, in most series, that means you're dead. In most series, it means a matter of time you're cooked. So, sorry, buddy. Hunter x Hunter hot take? Do I have any hot takes? Oh, you know what? Okay. My hottest take is probably going to be that Hisoka is not a pedo. He is aroused by strength. They just make it really creepy when they have him stare at kids' butts. Because Gon and Killua are strong. But it's because Hisoka wants to murder them. Because they're strong. What's my opinion on China? It's a country. I don't know what do you want me to say? How much will you stay alive? I'll just survive. Is there any anime that you enjoy or like but you probably won't recommend others to watch? My recommendations are entirely based on what I think you're going to enjoy, which is why I always ask, what kind of shows do you like before I give a recommendation? So when he sees Gon while he genuinely does nothing, it's because Hisoka only cares about fighting strong people. He's just around by murdering strong people. Suggest one anime to watch as a newbie. Tell me what you like to like. Tell me genres and themes and stories and hobbies that you have outside of anime. I meant about the people and the culture. I've never been to China. I am not one to speak on Chinese culture when I've never been to China. Do I like slime? I do like slime. If you were to become a slime ball, what is the very first thing I would do? Probably eat something. What's a hidden gem anime people should watch? Again, that's not how I do things. I want to know what kind of series people are interested in. I don't do broad recommendations when I don't know the person's taste. People like different stuff. This is why people fight over what you don't like this series. How could you not like this series? People like different stuff, which is why I ask. You like Naruto? I do. Could you recommend anime with a strong MC? Overlord. Suggest one good rom-com? Love is War. Naruto or Bleach? Naruto. In JJK, I don't do the power scaling stuff, please. Thoughts on Berserk? It's definitely worth the read. Favorite anime? Don't have a favorite. Favorite character in the big three? I don't even have a favorite character in One Piece or Bleach, so I don't know. One Piece hot takes? Shanks will die. I also like Naruto. Thoughts on Bleach? I like Bleach very much. Give me a slice of life. Okay. Glass of God. Bartender, Glass of God. If you want to watch the original or the modern remake, both worth it. I would go more towards with the current one, though. Do you really dislike power scaling that much? Yep. Mihawks or Shanks for what? Now, who do I like more? The thing is, with Mihawk and Shanks, Mihawk has not had much screen time. We've gotten way more Shanks screen time as of recent, and I do like him, so I'm kind of biased. When we get more Mihawk screen time, we'll see if my opinion changes. Sad romance, you've already seen Clanad. Go watch the movie I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, Silent Voice, or you could watch Angel Beats. Favorite Overlord fight? So my favorite character in Overlord is Sebas. So, whenever Sebas gets to be the center stage, there was this one time, I think it was in a bar or a restaurant. I forgot exactly what the scene was. But, there's this really... there's a bunch of, cocky guys, including this one guy with a bunch of different animal blessings. Just seeing Sebas own everybody was very satisfying. Do I like Fushi? I do. Anime is great. You seem like the type that doesn't like solo leveling. I do like solo leveling. You mean Sebas? No, Sebas. I think is The middle-aged guy in a dark suit, white hair, microbiology or pathophysiology. I think I'm more interested in pathophysiology, but I like microbiology. Thoughts on Senpai is annoying. I don't know it. Top three genres. I don't have a top three, but I watch mostly wholesome stuff right now. Uh, like slice of life romance is what I watch the most of. In my opinion, is Emu a girl or a boy? They have the build, they have the physique of like a woman, but well, even then, it's like a vague silhouette. Can't really say. I suspect a woman potentially. If you were to become Maharaga, what's the first thing I would do? Go eat something. You should start watching football and support. I will not. Would you call Naruto a sad anime? Sometimes. Like Gar's story is sad, Obito's story is sad, Pain's story is sad. Jiraiya has a kind of a sad situation there too. Yeah, sure. If you were Piccolo, what would be the first thing I would do? Go eat something. Do I like Fragrant Flower? Yes, it's a 10 on 10 for me. Do I support black people? I support people. Okay, you're being stupid because it's not my taste. You're allowed to not like a show that's not your taste. It's fine. Have I watched Godfather? I actually have not. Can you teach me psychology? No, because I haven't studied. I haven't prepped for a psych exam since like 2000 and when was my last psychology exam? I think my last psychology exam was like 8 years ago. You watch Sopranos? I have not. Chainsaw Man? I did. Have I watched Blue Lock? I did. What is the best anime of all time? I don't have a favorite. I do watch One Piece. What kind of questions was that? I don't know. Have I watched The Godfather? If you were to become someone who cannot eat anything, I would. No, I'm gone. If you said I cannot eat anything, goodbye. I'm done. That's it. Calling it. Welcome to Derry. I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it. What is the One Piece? I don't know what it is. The only anime that I can handle and like to watch is Doctor Stone. You just have to find your thing. You just have to find your thing because clearly there's something for everybody. So it's just about finding what clicks for you. What do I think is the best anime for starters that like action? So I don't think there's a best. If you want something with good action, you could go different routes. You could go down like the Vinland Saga, Windbreaker. You could go down the AOT route, Kabaneri the Iron Fortress, Charlotte, Blue World Trigger. Have I ever tried collabing with Carthu's Dojo? I have no idea who that is. If you want, you can tell me how to get monetized by YouTube. How to get monetized by YouTube? So you go to your channel, and then you go to earn, and then it will tell you how many subs and how many views or how many watch hours you need to get monetized. Good luck. Top 5 stories. I don't have. Well, I mean, my favorite story is One Piece, but I don't have like a list. Full Metal's a great story. Vinland Saga's a great story. Doctor Stone's a good story. Can you wish me I'm Sanjit and tomorrow's your birthday? Well, happy early birthday, but don't spam chat, please. Do I only do YouTube shorts? So we are working on new channels that are not going to be just shorts. I'm adding in other channels as well. But for this channel mostly, because like I don't do react videos, I don't do analyzing videos. So like I think that's what fits this channel the most. But on my other platforms, shorts will not be the focus. I like both CSM and JJK. What's my favorite stand? Harvest. They took everything that was my entire life. Save dude. What are you talking about? What are you even talking about? Can I wish? Okay, Sanjit. I said happy birthday. I said happy birthday. I said I want to watch One Piece, but the thought of watching 1,000 episodes, you don't look at it that way. It's not like you are forced to watch 1,000 episodes back to back to back to back to back. You watch a series at your pace. It doesn't matter if you watch a few episodes a day, a few episodes a week, one episode here and there. It really doesn't matter. You watch whatever you want at your pace. I enjoyed AOT. What do I think of One Piece? I like One Piece. What do I think of Berserk? I think it's definitely worth the read. Favorite new gen antagonist that doesn't tell me anything. New gen does not tell me the genre. It doesn't tell me the timeline. People have not specified what new gen even means. Favorite Blue Lock character is either going to be Nagi or Bachara. I will not be singing you happy birthday. Absolutely not. That's not happening. Sorry, man. One Piece is addicting, and the thought of the amount of episodes really doesn't matter. The thing is, I'm not really the type to get addicted. At least for me, I can watch an episode of anything and then just step away. I don't feel the need to keep going. Joe or Ippo? I prefer. Are you talking about Gearless Joe? Then I prefer Ippo. What do I think about Naruto? I like Naruto. Can I sing? No. Meruem versus Isaac. Who's Isaac? I'm kind of debating watching Blue Lock Season 2, but I'm here. So the animation isn't great. The animation is not great. I still enjoyed myself. What is Full Metal? What is Full Metal anime? And is it good? Full Metal Alchemist is very good, definitely. I started Charlotte, and it got deep real quick. Indeed, it does. I'm not singing. Be honest with me. Does it start good, or One Piece gets better around the 2000s? I enjoyed One Piece the entire time. If you're asking me my opinion, I enjoyed it the entire time. JJK Shibuya Incident is the top 10 arcs of all time. I didn't feel that way. Hunter x Hunter is lit and jokes. Hunter x Hunter is good. Favorite character in Dr. Stone? Tsukasa, I think. Do I play Fortnite or Roblox or no? But no, I don't touch either of them. Also, guys, 4 more minutes before I call it. Reminder to join the Discord. What do I think about JoJo's? I enjoy it very much. Code Geass was not really for me. I don't have a favorite shonen. Brotherhood is fast-paced or slow start. I think it's pretty fast-paced. Brotherhood gets going pretty quick. Favorite Naruto character, Shikamaru. I don't do power scaling. He plays Mass Effect was awesome. Mass Effect was awesome. Absolutely. Favorite Baroque Works member, Nico Robin. Favorite romance, Snow White with red hair. Your favorite Caribou or Treble? Treble. Genuine question, how do I feel about the Blue Lock fandom being so corny? I don't care. Because I don't judge the fandom. I judge individuals. If you're going to behave in my chat, you're cool. If you're not going to behave in my chat, you're banned. That's all I care about. Are you a decent human being? Then we're good. I'm going to eat. The good questions will stop coming. Yeah, you're right. Isaac Netero versus Meruem. That was a good fight. That was a good fight. Gunslinger, I haven't seen. Have I seen Your Name? Yeah, that was a good movie. Shikamaru's Cold Still, absolutely. I'm not a car guy, sorry. What do I think about John Cena's retirement match? I didn't watch it, but I do like John Cena. Seems like a pretty good guy. And my friend who was actually his driver said he was also a good guy. And despite him not being there. And yeah, good for him to retire. How are you? We're doing pretty good. Studio Ghibli, a favorite Ghibli film, probably Ponyo so far, or Fireflies. If Maharaga fought another Maharaga, will the fight be forever? Maybe. Have I seen my dog? I have not. Another 2 minutes. We're calling it in 2 minutes. Yep, my friend is a professional driver. So, like, when a celebrity's in town, they need to be driven to the airport, hotels, whatever. He gets hired to drive people, and he drove John Cena. What time is it? It's 11:25. Do I think the future Saitama will get a challenger that rivals his strength? Probably not in his series, no. Yeah. He told me he was a nice guy. Is To Be Hero X on my list? Yes. Favorite Chainsaw Man character? I don't have actually, Chainsaw Man, I'm not. I'll just say Reese. Have I watched that time? Yeah, Slime I've seen a couple of times. Rate Dragon Ball 1 to 100. Which section of it? Which part? Because I rate Ball and Z and Super very differently. I gotta put an H on anime by my friends. I love Hunter x Hunter. Hunter X. Oh, you mean Hunter x Hunter? Then yes, I enjoy that as well. Isn't he superior? Just asking, not power scaling. Is God superior to Saitama? It's a One Punch Man is a gag series. It's a gag series. Saitama's going to do whatever he wants. You watched Hell's Paradise? I have not. So, guys, let's say like another 90 seconds, and I'll answer as many questions or comments as I can in that time. And then we'll call it, and we'll rest up for the Twitch stream. The oldest anime I've seen is Astro Boy. Today was my mom's birthday. Well, happy birthday to her. Sasuke won for plots. Okay. Demon Slayer's coming out in 27 and 29. Dude, just watch other series in the meantime. Favorite opening, Period of Chemistry. What do I think about Dr. Reichwein and Monster? Who is he again? This guy. He's one of my favorite characters in the series. I'm not leaving fast. I've been live for over 2 hours and 10 minutes. I've been live for well over 2 hours. Have I seen Records of Ragnarok? I dropped it. Rate Dragon Ball Z? The thing is, I'd probably rate it around, I'm going to say between like an 8.9 and like a 9.4, somewhere in that range. What about Grimmer? Who's Grimmer again? Again, I don't remember these names. Oh, wait, isn't Grimmer... Yeah, I like Grimmer. Grimmer's solid. Grimmer's a great cat. Actually, yeah, I think he might be my favorite. Am I special? More special than you. You ever see Vandred? I have not. Vinland Saga is so peak, I would agree. Demon Slayer is pretty good. That short time law, not that's a 2 hour stream is short, buddy. How much time do you think I have? Also, YouTube streams don't make me any money. These streams don't make me any money. Unless people donate, I'm making pennies off of this. I can't do this all day. Do I see Mushoku Tensei? I dropped it because of Rudius. What's my favorite anime I've ever seen? I don't have a favorite. Anime recommendations, you'd have to let me know what you like to watch, like any genre preferences. Otherwise, I don't know. Your last question. Who would win? I don't do power scaling guys. I don't do it. Rate Dragon Ball Super? 7.23. Suggest any horrors. Okay, so here's the thing. I will try to answer you, Kronos. Thank you for the $2, by the way. I haven't really seen anything that's particularly scary, but I will give you some options that are considered horror that are potentially worth the watch. There's Parasite. There's Berserk 97. There's School Live. There's Kingdoms of Ruin. I'm disappointed in you, Otaku. Well, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. You are interesting to deal with. You are interesting to deal with. Well, thank you. The writers get to decide who wins. Exactly. Your job is here. Yeah, well, I mean, yes, my job is here, but this is not part of what makes me money. I'm deciding to read the monster manga. Okay. Do I have a recommendation? Okay, to read or watch. I haven't read it, though. I haven't read it. I can only say that I'm watching it and I'm having a great time. Helston? Do you mean Helsing? Helsing is worth a watch. Best horror is Perfect Blue. Haven't seen. I mean, is it? Judging by your profile picture, you're a fan of Escanor. I do like Escanor. Yes. How's life in Canada? Pretty good right now. I don't have any major. I mean, I have some complaints, but no major complaints. I'm not like dying. Okay, are we pretty much good to go, or can we call it? Because I do want to rest up before the Twitch stream. Should I watch AOT? Go for it. If Saitama achieved that strength by doing those workouts, anyone can. No, Saitama's workout is actually garbage. His workout is actually garbage. If you want to do it for fun because that's what gets you moving, then you do you. But like from a practical standpoint, it sucks. Hello, how you doing, creative? Yeah, okay. We got to wrap up soon. How do I think Shanks will die? I think Blackbeard's going to kill him. Helsing is solid. I would agree. Is bro actually just standing? Yeah, we're about to wrap up. I stopped the treadmill. I keep saying I'm going to leave, but I keep not leaving. I'll answer 5 more, and then I'm just turning it off. I'm just going to turn it off. I don't have 15 more minutes. I have a Twitch stream after that. Then I have the gym after that. Then I have to come back home and do more work after that. I need to like call it. Did someone make fun of you for watching anime? No, not outside of out of here, and usually it's sarcasm. Best gruesome series I've seen. Well, best gruesome series I've seen is Hellsing Ultimate. Creative hell at it. You want attention? You don't like being ignored? What are you talking about? Do I like Demon Slayer? Yes. Just stay 3 more hours. Yeah, just stay 3 more hours. If you pay me $300, I'll do it. $100 an hour. That's what I charge my other job. Best gruesome anime or movie. I just answered. How you doing, Kiev? But yeah, 2 more. 2 more, and I gotta go because I'm really out of time. I'm way over time now because I also have to make lunch. I do like Demon Slayer, and I'm doing pretty good. Have I watched MHA? Yeah, I finished it as far. Well, I haven't watched the OVA episode that's not out yet. How long should I work out a day? That's a vague question, man. You don't even have to work out every day. There's context to that. Do you mean just like general movement or exercise? If you have fitness questions, wait for the fitness channel that's coming in a few weeks. Okay. Season 3 Tokyo Ghoul was not a fan. I don't think they adapted it well. And let's wrap it up with I meant inside of anime and One Punch Man characters. Do I think the exercise they can be? No. If other characters did what Saitama did, they would not gain what he did. I'll check out School Live. It's a zombie apocalypse anime. It looks cute and wholesome. It is not. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know if you do like it. And have I watched Infinity Castle? I have not seen it. Blue Exorcist or Black Clover? Black Clover. Okay. How so what? If other characters in One Punch Man did the workout, why would they not gain it? Because it's a gag. The whole One Punch Man workout is a gag. It was never supposed to be serious. It was just supposed to be like he has all the strength for no reason. That's the joke. Okay, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna take a break. Then I'm gonna play some. I'll play some Expedition 33 on Twitch. We'll be back here tomorrow, same time in the morning. So exactly, Anime Logic. See you guys next time. I need to rest up and make lunch. Okay, I'm out. There we go.